This is a mysterious game from the future, with a realistic tactile sense, exciting battles, and whatever someone wants. It is all there. As soon as Luchen enters the cranial neuron, quantum transferring game Empyrean God Realm, he finds himself stripped of his human character, becoming a wild monster. Confused, he looks around. He searches for the usual class options, character selection, customization, and all other choices to change his form. But there is nothing. As he explores more, he notices even monsters have equipment. This is shocking, as he had no knowledge about it. The traditional way to play is for players to slay monsters, but now Luchen is on the other side of the game. He is the monster. The advertisements for the game Empyrean God Realm are going viral. It is produced by Tanks Corp. The game Empyrean God Realm, which is based on quantum entanglement and neural connection technologies, can give realistic experiences in temperature, taste, and feel. In Empyrean God Realm, someone can go on extreme expeditions and satisfying battles, all with the freedom of flying. Aside from that, it will also give countless business opportunities. Anyone can become rich overnight. The most magical thing in this game is the new gaming helmet. It will fix nerves and remake someone's body as long as they log into the game every day. A large digital billboard is screening the updates about this game. After getting done with buying the groceries, Lu Chen notices people gathered around the billboard. They are wondering what this game is actually like and if the rumors about it being real are true. Lu Chen, who is an employee at a company with a great salary and future, lived with his sister. His journey took a drastic U-turn, making his life completely change as he got into an accident. To save him, all their deposits and properties were used up and sold. But in the end, he still thinks of himself as a loser, one that can only move his head and arms. Since then, he has become a burden to his sister, and a loser in other people's eyes. Whispers always follow them. People mock him, saying, the old Lu's efforts in raising an adopted daughter may be in vain. They doubted a blood sister would go this far, claiming she will always be dragged down by her brother for life. Lu, deep down, knows he doesn't want to become a burden. When he was thinking of killing himself to set his sister free, Empyrean God Realm appeared. There are a lot of rumors about Empyrean God Realm. It is even worse that players who participated in the internal testing have changed because of it. One even became superhuman. The one thing that caught his interest is that this game can let hemiplegia and vegetative state patients recover their moving ability, recovering back to normal. So he gave up on suicide and bet his future on this Empyrean God Realm. At his home, Lu gets a text from his sister, coming home late because of overtime. As he went to the grocery, he bought a second-hand helmet on CNU, wishing that it wouldn't cause any problems. He put it on, logged into the game, and wished that Empyrean God Realm wouldn't let him down. As he logs in, the game requests him to enter his one and only ID. As he enters the information, the game responds with a welcoming message. Only unveiled. He is then transported to the first realm of the Empyrean God Realm, Immortal Realm. There are barely any restrictions within the game and surprises all around. But to his surprise, he is turned into a weak werewolf. Lu wonders if this is his new character in the game and why he has never heard of any players talking about this. Usually, players would choose their character and customize everything, from appearance to outfit, before entering the game. He can't shake the feeling that something is off. He is turned into a wild beast. As he looks around for more options, thoughts cross his mind. If he can still slaughter wild beasts like in other games to level up and earn money. As he opens the character menu, his eyes widen. He panics. His eye unveiled, and his character is listed as a weak werewolf. Without any mastery, his character has a weak prefix, which reduces his basic stats by 20%. The talent listed is low-class werewolf bloodline, which means that without tears, there is a chance of critical damage occurring in normal attacks, with a 1% chance for a critical hit. He has no talent upgrading fragments and no upgrade points. Lu grows a lot more worried as his attributes are so weak. But his attention suddenly shifts as he realizes he can move his body. He laughs excitedly. He can even run. Other users in the game spot the wolf. Though they find the werewolf ugly, they all plan on killing it. It is not to get critical damage on ugly things. All users run towards him, wondering if the club in his hand can be dropped as a reward. But that thing is actually worth 300 coins. As they try killing the beast, it increases Lu's damage. It actually attracted the other monsters there. As the other monsters gather with Lu, he kills the player. Shinshin Lil Cutie level 1. He gains 10 experience points and 1 monster reputation. The reputation store is unlocked too. Lu realizes killing players actually gives rewards. Eventually, he kills the other 2 users having medicine drop. However, he gains the basic level recovery potions, which can recover 2 HP points every second. Lu explores the reputation store and notices that it doesn't seem to sell recovery medicine. Wild beasts are not like players. They can buy recovery medicines, but his talent and status can be leveled up. He remembers reading that the players don't have talents before they finish their careers on the website, so at least he has got talents. Talents that can be upgraded, a weapon in hand, and higher damage than other players. A thought comes into his mind. Maybe being a wild beast is a cheat code if I can slaughter beasts. That is, he looks at other beasts and plans on killing them. As he kills those beasts without drawing the attention of other werewolves, he acquires 10 experience points with 1 talent, upgrading the fragment, and it can be exchanged too. An array of hope for Lu can be seen, and he plans on slaughtering anyone he sees. 15 minutes later, his status finally rose. Not only did his character change, but his physical body also became stronger. Lu smirks because he enjoys being a wild beast. All of a sudden, a voice breaks in. Help! There is a pervert here! One of the players, Lingxi, is in the game. Her sister tells her, shut the game, you're the village. However, she can't. Forced shutting down during battle will result in a 3-hour downtime punishment. She signed a contract to be the ambassador of Empyrean, so she will need to promote this soon. Though she screams in the game for help because of some male users, Fengshan of the King Empire, Prince of the King Empire and Scholar of the King Empire try to intimidate her by informing her about the rumor. They say that hitting players without equipment with a club will result in the cloth bursting effect. The Prince of the King Empire walks toward Lingxi. He says, you have a nice body. This game can actually use the player's real body shape. However, Lu, as the werewolf, comes to save Ling. He hits those guys with his weapon. The other 2 guys plan on eliminating the wolf, but as Lu attacks them, they realize the damage is high. It means this thing is not a weak werewolf. It is an ordinary werewolf. But it is no sweat for Lu to fight 3 low HP players with all those good recovery potions he picked up. Though only 1 potion will drop from each player, and it is obviously not enough. Ling stands at the side, wondering about the wild beast helping her, so she gives him her potion as he needs them. Lu realizes that she is indirectly thanking him, but he was just planning on killing her as well. When Lu takes the potion and thanks her, Ling is kind of shocked. She didn't expect the beast to talk. A notification pops up on Ling's game. It is the producers of the game, asking Ling about the things going on in the game and informing her about the promotion being started in some time. On the other hand, Lu moves forward knowing there are people everywhere. It looks like this place is not far from the newbie village. If he acts too outstandingly, he will probably become a target of elimination. So he should probably stay away from them to kill other demonic beasts. He stops at a place because he finds this place safe. He became a wild beast the moment he logged onto the game, and he still doesn't know how the other players are doing. Though he watches the officially released promotion clip, the moment he opens the promotion clip, he spots the girl who he helped promoting the game, claiming that the server hasn't been open for long. Yet the newbie village has already been filled with 80,000 people fighting over wild beasts, and the number of players is times the number of wild beasts, so it is very hard to level up. Hearing this information, Lu smirks within himself and is happy being a wild beast. There are so many monsters he can kill however he wants. Lu kills as many werewolves as he finds in his way. Now 10 tier 0 talent and upgrade fragments have been collected. He can finally upgrade his talent. A notification pops up informing him talent has been upgraded to lowly werewolf bloodline. Lu finds the 6% chance for critical hits. Not bad. But he wonders about him having tier 0 status upgrade points as he needs 10 tier 1s of all kinds. He clicks on those tier 0 status upgrade points and sees if there are any clues. He sees tier 0 status upgrade points can be used in 2 ways. They can be sold to gain 0.1 monster popularity for each point. Alternatively, 10 tier 0 status upgrade points can be merged to form 1 tier 1 status upgrade point, which is more useful for enhancing abilities. He will need 10 to forge one. It means he will have to at least beat 100. He will need to find more highly beasts to kill. Maybe they will even drop tier 1 status upgrade points straight away. He tries this on some ordinary werewolves first. He kills a level 0B werewolf. 15 points of the soul aura of everything were acquired, making 1 talent upgrade fragment and 1 status upgrade point tier 0 acquired. He does the same. And now he has reached level 2 with physical body strength of all types. Lu's level went up, but the status upgrade points that dropped are still tier 0 and not dropped. It feels a bit like being cheated. He wonders if it is that he needs to find stronger beasts. That is when he notices a strong beast and thinks that maybe he will just get what he wants from it. Even though this beast is strong, he is still at level 1. Lao is at level 2 and he has got potions, so there is no need to back down. As Lu attacks him, the guy defends himself too. Lu realizes this werewolf's damage is high. 5 minutes later, Lu successfully kills a level 1 strong werewolf. Luckily, he has got the HP recovery potion that Ling gave him, or he probably couldn't have won this. However, a tier 1 status upgrade point finally dropped, and even an item, Shabby Werewolf Club, was acquired. The surface is a bit tattered, and it looks like it has been used for a long time. An attack can be done 3 to 6 times, though. He checks on the official website if he can really sell this thing for 300 yen. Only about 100 transactions were made, so this thing is quite scarce. He plans on selling it for 260 yuan to give it a shot. The moment he is about to exit from the game, an email is received. The mail is about the Shabby Werewolf Club. He wished to sell the one he bought from Player 4 cover. The platform will take away 5% as a handling fee. 247 yuan has been transferred to the bank account he has linked with the game. He connects the game to his phone and opens the message. He received a message from the framing bank informing him, "Your bank account with numbers ending in 6880 received 247 yuan. Lu dances in excitement as he realizes he can finally earn. He knows the experts were right about having a lot of business opportunities in Empyrean. Just like that, he kills all the beasts he finds in his way. 20 minutes later, he reached level 3. His attack, defense, and HP all went up. But it is a shame for him that he killed 20 or so ordinary werewolves and level 1 strong werewolves, yet nothing dropped. A thought comes into his mind to try killing a level 2 special beast. There are a total of 5 special werewolves in this area. 2 at level 1, another 2 at level 2, and 1 at level 3. If he can kill a level 2, then that means he repeatedly kills 4 beasts. As he attacks one of those special beasts, he notices its attack is low. It is only slightly higher than the attack level of that one beast. He now understands nimble means that its attack speed is fast, but in contrast, its attack speed is lower. The attack speed doesn't really matter with beasts at such a low level, so he can surely take turns killing all 4 of these beasts. 40 minutes later, he sees his status. His current status includes 1 star and 1 mastery. Lu Chen has the talent low-class werewolf bloodline at tier 1. This talent gives his normal attacks a chance to become critical attacks. Currently, he has no tier 2 talent upgrading fragments and no 1-star status upgrade points. His beast popularity is also at 0. Upgrading his talent tier actually gives him a 10% critical rate. However, what is even better is that there is a choice of 1 from 3 rewards every time his status is upgraded. He can actually upgrade each kind of type to 50%. He chooses the 50% strong option. He has now also become a special beast. Now that he is unstoppable, he will keep killing wild beasts. Half an hour later, his name is now changed to Strong, Nimble, Hunky Werewolf. His level has reached 4 as well. He then plans on selling the club he got first. Judging from the condition, people will still buy it even if it is 300. When he sells all 5 of them at 300, it adds up. Now he is at level 4, so it is time to go somewhere further. But as he is about to do that, an email pops up. It is from the farming bank, updating him about receiving a 285 yuan transaction 5 times. He has earned 1,700 W in just 1 afternoon. He is happy about the fact that his sister Lu Yi can get new clothes now. On the other hand, Ling is happy about getting the club. But she wonders, how does this only unveiled get so many clubs? She assumes that maybe he is the highest level within their area. As she sees it, she finds there is a player with the name only unveiled within the top 500 in their area. He is not even in the top 500, so she realizes he didn't get them himself. He is an illegal portal broker. However, her sister informs her that it is time for her stream. In the stream, she shows everyone around the newbie village. She announces now there are already more than 100,000 players within the newbie village. It is so crowded that the players might not be able to get out after they have entered. She suggests if people can do it, then they should go to the trading place to get a club. Even though it is only a level 1 weapon, with a club in hand, they will be able to surpass hundreds of people. Lu Chen stands at the corner knowing the club is popular. However, he finds the newbie village a hell because of so many people. He feels lucky that he is a beast though, even though there are only 40 or so beasts over here, which is less than expected. There are also 4 special beasts here, so he starts killing. He keeps killing the werewolves, and now he has acquired an item, Tattered Werewolf Club. It is an S-grade club. Lu opens the forum and hopes that there is someone who can give him some reliable options about selling it for what amount. He questions, if I've got a club with 4 to 7 attacks, how much should I sell for? Different users tell him, wake up, as no S-grade club appears on the global server. And S-grade clubs don't even exist. Lu then realizes the trading place. He opens the trading place. In his thoughts, he thinks, no matter what, it is only a level 1 club. If I mark the price too high, it will be troublesome if others also get an S-grade club. So, it is better if I can get rid of it as soon as possible. He put the auction price at 1,000 and the buying price at 1,800. He hopes that it can be sold within half an hour. Then he closes the tab. He thinks if it can really be sold, then I can earn 3,000 Delu. Today, a user noticed is only on Wild auctioning a club with a starting price of 1,000. So his friend tells her maybe he is just looking for a dope. The user doesn't think that though, because the prices he set for the 5 clubs he put out earlier were quite normal. Lu Chen has killed the robust werewolf of level 4, captured 38 life energy, obtained 1 tier 1 talent shard, and 1 1-star quality evolution point. He even obtained an item, Damaged Werewolf Mage. He has reached level 5 and has another 300 Doyu in his pocket. However, here he is only getting 1-star talent shards and quality evolution points. So he plans to go deeper. As he walks forward, he notices a werewolf with exceptional agility. He is at level 6. This is a 2-star quality prefix. He kills the werewolf with exceptional agility. He plans on focusing on monsters with exceptional X in their names from now on. Late at night, its name changes to werewolf with exceptional strength and agility. After a whole day of hard work, he has finally reached level 6. The experience required skyrocketed starting from level 5. As he checks his stats, it shows his qualities at 2 stars. Tier 1, which doubles his basic strength and increases his agility and stamina by 50%. He has the inferior werewolf bloodline talent at Tier 3, which gives his normal attacks a chance to land critical hits. He also has a 14% chance of dealing double critical hits. His monster reputation is still at 0. However, these prefixes are getting longer. They see him even when he is hiding behind the trees. Lu Chen is tired after the whole day, and now he will log off for today. But then he remembers he needs to handle the equipment he has obtained. 9 regular maces. He lists them for 300 each. 2 small, high-quality ones boost agility, which is not ideal, but he sets them at 700 and 800 in the auction area. He wonders if Luis is back, as he is already making money to support the family. He then logs out and removes the helmet. All of a sudden, his arm feels hot. He realizes he might regain his sensations in the future, although he is happy about the second-hand gaming headset being a good purchase. However, he notices that Luis is not back yet, and she is working overtime again. Instantly, she arrives home, informing Lu that she is going to make big money. Lu asks her, how much? She is drunk, though she ignores it and informs him, my company is moving to the Empyrean God Realm, and I am a core member. The head office found great business opportunities in Ninth Heaven domain, so they allocated 5 million for us to join the Empyrean God Realm, and we just celebrated. I am the deputy team leader. She is saying all of this while sitting on Lu's lap. So Lu tells her, get down first. You are all grown up, but still don't know how to be careful. She questions him, why do I have to be careful? As they are not even real siblings. Lu emphasizes that is exactly why we should be careful. Louis chuckles, careful for what? I already decided. I want to be with you forever. I want to take care of you for a lifetime. Lu tries to discuss him playing in the game too, but before he could do that, they both fall on the ground. Lu lies on his back and thinks he is going to give you the I don't want to burden you for a lifetime talk again. So she interrupts him. Relax. The Empyrean God Realm has attracted hundreds of millions of players from around the world. She elaborates, Fortune 500 companies, major agencies like the Chinese Shield Bureau, the Korean Ministry of Defense, the U.S. Intelligence Agency, they are all there. She puts a finger on his lips to keep him quiet. I will take care of you. He then reveals, what I wanted to say was, you don't have to work so hard. I am already in the Empyrean God Realm. You don't need to take care of me. But to his surprise, she already fell asleep. In his thoughts, he thinks she is playing the game too. We have a chance to meet in the game, so that they will talk about it then. But it is surprising that even national forces have entered the Empyrean God Realm. There might be secrets hidden in the game that people don't know about. The next day, Louise texted Lu about leaving. She informed him about food being in the spot and that she would find a way to help him stand up. Lu then wore the headset and took a sigh of relief. He was still a wild monster. Now he had 3,915 unyuan, as everything was sold. Next, he checked out other players in Fenlingju's live stream room. He joined the stream. She was saying, the game is hard. I was playing until 4 o'clock a.m., and I am only at level 3. I heard that even the best players are just reaching level 5. She then hugged her mace and thanked it. She said, that guy who is super arrogant is really amazing. He sold so many maces. I heard he is an internal testing player. Maybe they are a closed beta player who knows how to farm maces. She then took her leave because she needed to go fight monsters. It was not easy with tens of thousands of people in the newbie village. Lu thought that this girl not only had a great figure, but was also a nice person. He gives her a tip as thanks. As Lei receives the reward, she realizes he just watched my live stream. Lu then starts killing other beasts as a new day has begun. He obtains an item, damaged Jackalman Mace by mauling Jackalman with exceptional agility level 6. 3 hours later, Lu has become Jackalman with exceptional strength and agility level 7. The quality is a perfect 2 stars. He is level 7 now. He has 740 HP. He wishes that his name could stay hidden, as it is so conspicuous. But then he ignores it and goes to a higher level area. He wonders what his name will become after another quality upgrade, but maybe he will be visible from 800 meters away. Suddenly, he notices an elite monster with a cool name. Jackalman leader Quinzacus, self level 10, special X-elite monsters, over a dozen high-level special monsters, and the even crazier Zacus. He definitely can't handle them. He wonders what he can do. He has no time, so he needs to think fast. He only has 4 healing potions in his bag. The quantity is insufficient, and the cooldown can't keep up. 17 maces are useless. A bunch of 0-star, 1-star, and 2-star materials won't be enough for upgrading. But then he remembers something he forgot about. Lu Chen goes to the reputation store. He looks for the unique item, Legion Recruitment Order. It is a single soldier and a unique item. The Legion Recruitment Order, Single Soldier X Unique, allows you to recruit a creature. After recruiting, the creature's level and talent rank will not be higher than the recruiter's, and its quality must be lower. The creature's equipment will be removed. If the recruited creature dies, it will disappear without dropping experience, equipment, or items, but the Legion Recruitment Order will be returned. Recruitment happens through a one-on-one duel. Both sides cannot use potions. If the recruit is attacked from outside, recruitment fails automatically. After winning, the opponent will have 1 HP left and be in a recruitable state. There is a chance for recruitment to fail, and if it does, the target dies without dropping experience, equipment, or items, but the recruiter still gets back a Legion Recruitment Order. After successful recruitment, the recruiter can use reputation, talent fragments, and quality points to improve the recruit's attributes. Recruiting just 1 underling won't be enough. This thing called the Legion Recruitment Order should be upgraded. According to Lu, it's only 10 reputation points if he gives it a try. He purchases a Legion Recruitment Order. This is truly expensive. A token only costs 10 reputation points, but upgrading it requires 500. He plans on selling all the materials and hopes it upgrades to level 3. It finally upgrades to level 3 at last. He can now recruit 3 underlings. He knows he needs to level them up, especially the strong, agile, and robust werewolf men. He then asks them to clear these small monsters as he is broken. 10 minutes later, Werewolf Men Commander Quinzacus, a level 8 elite, was killed, capturing 360 life energy. He obtained 3 third-tier talent fragments and 3 3-star evolution points. He even obtained items, leather shoulder armor of level 5, a white tattered wolf fur vest of level 1, gray, and a shattered stone mace of level 5, green. The shattered stone mace, Quinzacus' weapon, is extremely sturdy and is said to be capable of easily crushing rocks. This mallet has incredibly high attack power, and its attributes make it even more powerful. Lao is somewhat reluctant to sell it. He tells Zai and the others to go around the area, grind monsters, and target werewolf men with levels around 7 to 8. He guides them to take the monsters one by one and orders them not to wander too far. They are to remember to pick up equipment and rest when their health drops below 40%. He also tells them to notify him when Zekis responds. Since Lo doesn't want to sell it, he decides to take a break until Zekis responds. It seems letting them clear the mobs is effective. They are more efficient than him. He then plans to go check the player situation in the live stream room, hoping no one catches up to him. Lane motivates her companions to work hard and level up because Empyrean God Realm's main city opens at level 10. At that point, they can switch to one of the 9 major professions like Poison Master, Spirit Tamer, Puppeteer, or Archer. Ling's sister informs her that the highest level player is still below level 5, and addresses Ling as Sister Ling, saying, "You are talking about it like it's far away." The other girl interrupts. She says, "I heard it takes 10,000 experience to go from level 5 to 6. Though Ling's sister asked her, "Can we join the guild?" The guild system has been open for a while now. However, based on the current situation, joining a guild would also mean fighting for resources. They are more flexible this way. Lu sees if the guild system is open. He notices so many guilds. They are all famous groups. There is even a special forces division. Lu wonders if this is real. He realizes that this game seems to be getting more and more unbelievable. 8 hours later, someone is poking him. He gets notified that his subordinates are trying to wake him up. It is already 7 in the morning. That means Zacus responds every 8 hours. Firstly, he checks the character attributes. He buys 2 slots. He wears them. Then he goes to fight Zacus. When he checks his stats, he gets shocked. He is almost at level 9. He asks the 3 werewolves, "Did you grind all night?" Obviously they did. He addresses them as 3 emotionless experience grinding machines. He equips the gear and orders. San and Sai, come with me. I'm going for the shattered stone mace. He moves forward, smirking as he wonders how much the first green-grade equipment on the server will sell for. Luchen laughs. He has gotten stones that even killed Chieftain Queen Zakat's, a level 8 elite, capturing 360 points of life energy. He obtained several items: leather shoulder armor of level 5, white grade, shattered stone mace of level 5, green grade, a 3rd-tier talent shard, 3-3-star evolution points, and a worn wolfman mace of level 1, gray grade. He asked his recruits, "Did you get any equipment?" When he looks up, he sees that they actually got 20 maces. He thinks to himself, "I used to worry that recruiting would consume too much reputation, but now it seems it's really worth it." As expected, equipment prices have dropped. Ordinary maces are only 280 W now. However, he can still sell a few of these low-quality ones for more. The level 5 shoulder armor is white, so he can start the bid at 700, with a buyout at 1,500. Lu Chen wonders about the selling price of the green mace. He asks on the forum, though emails are being received about the items being sold so quickly. The maces are in high demand. He decides to disable email notifications. Lu then scolds his recruits. "Don't just stand there. Keep grinding mobs," he orders. He checks the forum and sees people talking about self-equipped items appearing in the trading area. White leather shoulder armor gets snatched up instantly. Lu realizes that white items are in such high demand, but it seems someone has noticed him. Monsters can avoid getting onto the gaming ranking, but when selling things, someone can't hide their ID. Getting noticed was just a matter of time. Players are shocked to see 33 maces for sale and start guessing that only I Am Wild is a mace that has become sentient. Curious about people's reactions, Lu thinks about posting information about green items. He asks, how much might a level 5 weapon with specific stats minus 15 to 9 damage, 6 strength, 8 agility, and 6 stamina be worth? Users wonder if such items exist. One asked about the level 5 I have, with shoulder armor offering 8 defense and 110 HP, which was sniped for 1,500. Some claim his item can easily be sold for 5,000. Some think 5,000 is exaggerated, as many players are already at level 5. Some advise each other to not reply to the OP. He has probably made it up. Lu thinks since it is only a level 5 item, he should try the price mentioned in the first reply. He puts the starting bid at 1,000 and the buyout at 5,000. On the other hand, Lv.'s sister Shan informs her only I'm Wild is auctioning a green mace, but 5,000 for a buyout is still too expensive. Leg is shocked. White items just appeared, and now there are green items too. They both notice that only I'm Wild has added Ling X as his friend. Ling bets that too many people have already added him. She tells Shan, track his ID. As soon as he enters the live stream, let me know. I have come up with a way to add him as a friend. 2.5 hours later, Lu levels up from 8 to 9 and gets 50,000 experience points as well. However, leveling from 9 to 10 takes 100,000. Now his attack is over 60, and he has 1,150 HP. Instantly, he notices something drop where he killed the beasts, 15 bottles of healing potions. It looks like there are potions scattered in this area. As he moves forward, more potions appear ahead. It seems he'll make a big profit this time. As he collects the potions, a guild spots him, assuming he is the boss called Quinn. With such a long prefix, he must be a boss. They even notice the mace in his hand and the leather shoulder armor on him. They all run toward him, eager to attack, thinking they'll get rich because they finally found a boss. One of the guild members says maces are no longer only I'm Wild's monopoly. With a few maces, our guild might be able to secure a level 10 spot in the main city. But the question is, can we actually defeat this boss? Another guild member comments, I'm only Wild being level 6. If he can do it, we can do it too. Lao stands unfazed as the guy attacks him, causing only 1 point of damage. Lao thinks his physical defense is 28. The guy's level is 5, and his attack is only 20 to 23. The game forcibly deducted 1 health point. The guild members wonder what kind of defense this boss has, as the beast's health is 1,150. Ling Jur, as the user, tells the guild members not to panic. This should be the minimum damage dealt, she says. We have plenty of potions. We can slowly wear him down. She guides everyone to attack him together. As they do, the beast does nothing, but the guild members quickly realize that it seems this wasn't the minimum damage. Lu smirks, acknowledging the fact that he is a monster. As a monster, I should fulfill my role, he thinks. Then Leto hits the user. The attack is so powerful that it takes away 1/6 of the user's HP. His companion tells him, take some medicine. But the health potions only restore 10 HP per second for 10 seconds with a 10-second cooldown. We don't have time for that, he responds. Another guild member advises them to keep attacking in turns. They all try not to panic, focusing on aggro control and positioning. But they realize the boss attacks so fast. They all plan to retreat. They can't beat it. Though it's too late to run, Lao has already earned 27 potions now. He assumes that these people must have seen the drop rate in the item description and came to find Zaka's. After witnessing his strength, they probably won't dare to come again. That means he can keep grinding for a while. His aim is to keep hunting until he is at level 10. At the John Technology Development Zone at the Changwon Building's 14th floor, the users who just got killed by Lu are disheartened. After all, it was a boss, and its level was 3 levels higher than theirs. One of the guys is upset. He says we couldn't even break through its defense. The other guy agrees with him. He says its attacks were insane. They are not losing hope, but they just don't understand how the solo player did it. They aim to level up, or else they won't have a chance against users like that beast. Lu says they're wondering if everything has been sold because the notifications have finally stopped. When he checks, everything else has been sold too. He now has 25,221 in deposits. He checks the emails too, in which users are asking him about buying gemstones in bulk, equipment for particular guilds, reserving equipment, and buying maces. Lu decides to reply to all of them in one email. He thanks everyone for their support. He announces that he won't be adding anyone as a friend, though he will send an email to everyone before selling equipment so they can all compete fairly. He then proceeds to hunt. 8 hours later, Lu is leveled up to 10. He is exhausted, but he has gathered 28 maces, 1 shoulder pad, 1 vest, and 1 gemstone. He looks at his stats, smirking when he sees his XP is at 100,000. It's a game changer. After leveling up, he wonders if there are any new items in the reputation store. When he checks, there are 3 new items, probably more things to spend money on. Currently, the only skin in the store is the werewolf skin, priced at 1,000 reputation points. He wonders what use this skin could have, considering he is already a werewolf. Then he notices the bloodline. It shows that killing a sufficient number of creatures of the same species will grant their bloodline. Bloodlines are core items for acquiring talents and enhancing talent quality. If anyone has the creature's skin, they can completely change their form and attack style. Lu is fascinated by this power. Combining skin and bloodline could completely change his attack style. In other words, he can turn into other monsters, but question arises in his mind, if there is a human skin, maybe he can turn into a human too. The third item is martial arts, which allows someone to gain the 4th attribute, mana. This attribute enables magical attacks and defenses. Low-level martial arts is the demon beast meditation technique, priced at 1,000 reputation points. After meditation, they can unlock the 4th basic attribute, mana, and enhance its strength through practice and yellow rank spell induction. The first time costs 1,000 reputation points. After killing wild monsters, anyone can induce the yellow rank spells they have learned. Lu finds all of this quite beneficial. He has even learned how to sell fragments. He mastered the low-level martial arts technique, Demon Beast Meditation. For every minute of meditation, he gains 1 point of mana. He has also unlocked the 4th attribute, mana, starting at 1 point. These are the 3 ways to acquire mana: killing wild monsters, online meditation, and consuming points. Though during meditation, someone cannot perform other actions, including trading. After all of it, he decides to list all the equipment for trade and auction. Then he checks on the other players' progress and goes to sleep. On the other hand, Lindsay and Sean wonder when they will be able to enter the main city at level 10, as it takes 20,000 experience to go from level 6 to level 7. Sean informs her only I Am Wild has listed another gemstone 1,000 yen cheaper. Lindsay is pretty impressed with him, as he has put another gemstone on sale. She even informs Lingy that she has tracked his ID into the Wild Stream Room, but this time he is anonymous. His ID is 9,527. Ling realizes he is here in the live stream. She thanks everyone for their support and announces, I will randomly select 1 viewer from the room and give away a mace as a gift. She purposefully chooses the anonymous user 9527 for winning the grand prize. Lu is confused as he just entered the live stream room for a few seconds and won a prize. He thinks it's a bit odd, but figures it's just good luck. Lei messages the anonymous user 9527LU and requests he send his account ID. According to rules, she needs to add him as a friend for the live broadcast rewards. Lu thanks her and rejects the offer. He says, you should give the equipment to your fans. I am just passing by. She insists on getting his account ID, but he very politely denies it. Lee is frustrated, as he does not even want the gifts. 3 minutes later, he texts her asking about her order not to give him the equipment. She addresses him as Big Brother. She requests him to accept it and tells him, consider it a favor for me. Ling wonders who this person is. Is adding a friend so difficult? In Lu's thoughts, he imagines a particularly strong, agile, and robust werewolf with a worn-out werewolf mace, followed by 3 fools. That screenshot is probably meant to scare people, but this Lingji person seems nice to him as she even talked to him before. So he decides to help her out. He texts her, "I will accept the gift and I will not take a screenshot." She thanks him, then questions, do we live broadcast the process of adding each other and giving away the mace? Ling thinks, what is the harm in taking a screenshot? She guesses that maybe his level is too low and he is embarrassed to show it. She plans on checking his ID later and decides to take a screenshot. As he accepts her friend request, she realizes she is actually seeing him live. She understands why he didn't want the reward. He is running a mace business. He is even selling broken gemstones in bulk. She thanks only unveiled for joining them in the live stream. As a token of appreciation, she announces some official news. She elaborates the path to the level 10 main city through the poison mist has opened. She gives her best wishes to only unveiled for becoming the first player to reach the main city. Lu thinks just taking the reward and removing her from his friend list seems a bit inappropriate. He decides to let it be. He then remembers that Ling Jur said the poison mist forest had opened. It is probably around here, so he plans to take a look. When he arrives, he sees instructions that say the poison mist forest is the only way to the level 10 main city. It is inhabited by many powerful creatures. Throughout history, only 1 in 10 manage to escape this place. He thinks he should avoid fighting and run straight through, but he wonders how strong the monsters are in here. He spots a spider-type monster. It looks poisonous. It is the forest spider queen of level 9 elite. These creatures are really aggressive. They even attack me, he mutters, a wild monster. He orders to handle 2. San and C take 1 each and I will handle the elite. After hitting the elite, he realizes he is poisoned. But the damage is not too high. 3 minutes later, he killed the forest poison spider of level 8. He obtains 75 life points, tier 0 talent, fragment 9, and 0 star quality. He extracts 2 points of mana from 5 creatures, and he even gets 3-star materials. He obtained items, Poison Mist Spider Silk Bracers White, and 2 Tough Spider Silk. When he checks his stats, it shows the Poison Mist Spider Silk Bracers White are high-quality armor. They are made from the silk of forest poison spiders found in the Poison Mist Forest. They are level 6 and provide 6 defense and 3 poison resistance. If someone wears 2 pieces of the Poison Mist set, they get an extra 3 poison resistance. If someone wears 3 pieces, poison lasts 50% less time, and they gain an additional 5 poison resistance. Lu gets excited and plans to open the 4th equipment slot too. It has poison resistance. However, adding 6 points to physical defense and 3 points to resistance is really good. He wonders what comes next. He then notices more spiders coming his way. 5 minutes later, he realizes this place is really rough. His 3 henchmen can't heal in time, and it is even too tiring. So he decides to finish this wave and log out quickly. After logging out, he stretches his arm and suddenly realizes his other arm can move now. He is in complete disbelief. When he moves his arm again, he realizes it is real. And although his fingers aren't very agile, his arm can really move. His phone then rings. When he picks up, his sister informs him that this game is really tough. Their team has been grinding Bard, but they are only just over level 6. The boss bought all the maces. She reveals that they desperately need to level up before the main city opens. She then tells him to take care of himself. Lu motivates her to work hard and not worry about him. He even informs her that there will be a surprise when she comes back home. His sister asks, what's the surprise? So keeping the suspense, he says, it's a secret for now. After declining the call, he gets a ray of hope that maybe he will become a normal person when Louise comes back. The next day, he fights the monsters. Though it seems too hasty, he got one thing wrong. These monsters respawn in waves when the elite dies. Now there are more and more monsters, and this is getting troublesome. Suddenly, a message pops up from the game informing him that his subordinate, strong, agile, and especially robust werewolf of level 7 has died. 1 Legion recruitment token, 3 elements, has been returned. You can currently recruit 1. Sweat beads on Lu's head as he realizes he has gotten into a problem for real this time. Lau knows he has no other options than to fight them all on his own. 10 minutes later, he leaves the Poison Mist Forest and enters the novice area. He feels sorry for his recruits. Though Zaka is about to come out, he will need to borrow 3 more idiots from him this time. He needs to spend reputation to equip them with poison resistance gear, upgrade the quality, and fight steadily. The next day, he upgraded the quality of those 3 recruits and gave them 10 poison resistance. Each dose indeed stabilized their output. There are so many monsters here. However, another named elite monster, Poison Widow Alistana, a level 10 elite, had many minions. He ordered the recruits to follow him and break through from the periphery. Half an hour later, they killed the Poison Widow Alisana Elite, captured 400 life points, obtained 3rd-tier talent fragments, and gained 3-star quality evolution points. He collected the dropped items: Venomous Spiders, Poisonous Fangs, Tough Spider Silk, Poison Mist Spider Silk Bracers, and Poison Mist Spider Silk Gloves. El saw the stats and was excited. This fang was a necklace. To equip both, he needed to spend 81,600 reputation points. He equipped them and felt happy. Now it was easier to farm elite monsters. Suddenly, he spotted another elite, realizing that the elite monsters here respawn way too quickly. No wonder the monument said 1 in 10. It is really hard to get over there with this respawn rate, but he likes it. Around 5 o'clock p.m., a message pops up. The elite, particularly strong, agile, and robust werewolf commander, Black Burton, is now at level 11. Lu wonders, who the heck is Black Burton? He asks the system not to give him random names. Well, he has been hunting for a day, and his quality has finally reached 3-star perfection. He sees his stats. The stats make up for all the hunting. When he checks if there is anything new in the reputation shop, he decides to add poison damage and increase movement speed, as it will be of great use. The talent Inferior Werewolf Bloodline at Tier 3 gives normal attacks a chance to land a critical hit with a 19% critical rate. It requires 160 Tier 4 fragments. The talent Inferior Poison Spider Bloodline at Tier 0 makes normal attacks deal poison damage equal to 1% of the user's maximum health, 20 points, lasting 5 seconds, and increasing movement speed by 10%. This requires 10 Tier 1 fragments. He decides to upgrade the new Spider Bloodline to Tier 3. After upgrading the Inferior Poison Spider Bloodline to Tier 3, it increases poison damage to 2.5% of the user's maximum health, 50 points lasting 5 seconds, and boosts movement speed by 19%. At Tier 4, the poison damage becomes 25% of the user's maximum health, 50 points, with the same duration and movement speed boost. When fusing a new bloodline, the user's appearance will change, but skins can be purchased to customize the look. Lo didn't know fusing bloodlines required a transformation, so now he is half spider and half werewolf. But after fusing bloodlines, this speed is phenomenal. Though it has been a busy day, he plans to log off and eat something. Before that, he remembers he almost forgot. He sold the maces and stones he farmed yesterday for over 10,000 credits. Today, he has been farming spiders all day and hasn't sold the equipment yet. Now he has a dull set of poison mist gear in his inventory, along with 1 set for each of the 3 recruiters. 1 for him for a total of 5 sets, and 7 or 8 individual wrist and leg pieces. However, players haven't reached the poison mist forest yet, so selling now isn't profitable. He quickly logs in again. Ling went there too. The Zaka spawn point is the secret. After Zakas, won't they be in the poison mist forest? He wanted to farm a little more. Ling's guild is kind of sacred though. They motivate each other to not be scared and work together like a team. She announces and warns everyone to be careful as there are too many people. So, pay attention to the ore. Once we get pickaxe, who will establish our advantage? Though Shan calls out for Ling to take a look at something. It is Lu, an elite, particularly strong, agile, and robust werewolf commander, Black Burton of level 11. He tells the Zakas to hang in there, as he is coming to save them. The users get scared, wondering if Zaka summoned it. Ling tells everyone not to panic. Summons can't be stronger than the summoner. They note that when Zeka's health drops below 30%, he summons Black Burton. One of the guys praises Empyrean's humor for summoning with such a long name. As he attacks the beast, everyone's eyes widen. He has over 2,000 health. A guy there advises everyone not to panic and guesses that this guy has high physical defense. His role is probably to tank players. He suggests they focus on attacking Zakas. Lu thinks within himself that if they want to go all out on Zakas, don't blame him for being ruthless. He kills one of the guild members, Xiaolin, who has around 250 health. Everyone is shocked as he dies in an instant. People wonder who summoned this creature. He kills everyone that comes in his way. Everybody runs to save themselves as they realize this creature is a real boss, so they should stop attacking Zakas. They decide to organize the team and fight it. But how do they fight it if they can't break through its defense? Fortunately, there is still a bit of health left on Zakas. There is hope. He attacks Ling and in his heart apologizes to her. Ling is shocked as it causes 60 damage per second from the poison. Lu hit the jackpot. He called his recruiters and ordered them to pick up some potions. He needs to check player movements in Ling's livestream room. They should be discouraged for a while. Afterwards, Ling announces that the attempt to clear Zakas failed. People are disappointed as they didn't expect a Black Burton to appear out of nowhere. They know Black Burton is too strong and players are like tissues to him. Rockspear King decides to log out. Though the guild member mentions, I'm only wild being Ling's friend, so maybe if she asked her to help her, he might assist them with Zaka's and especially Black Burton. The members address Ling as a goddess, and they are so sure that I'm Only Wild will definitely help them. They insist on her doing it, but she finds it too much. Though she has no other choice but to text him and ask for help, Lu's goal is to farm the poison mist for a while longer, then sell it. Set tomorrow should be about right, he thinks. So he texts Ling back, saying that Black Burton doesn't appear every time, so they should try again tomorrow at this time. He then orders his recruits to get to work, and since they are here, they will also take down Zakas. The next day, Lu is a little relieved as the set is almost complete, and they can venture deeper now. Suddenly, he notices the scenery and admires it. It looks so beautiful, although he wonders what kind of monster is up next. Instantly, green bamboo pythons of level 10 appear. They are even more snakes than spiders before. He orders his recruits to give it a shot. 2 are wearing the poison mist, set with a poison resistance of 19, which means the opponent has a poison attack of 20. It is just like the level 9 elite spider queen. This poison mist forest is too terrifying. It is an algorithm that keeps repeating itself, and the producers are making things hard for the users who have entered this place. 10 minutes later, the quantity of monsters has become too large, and it looks like it is going to be a long battle. Fortunately, he not only had the poison mist set, but also picked up enough medicine. He will give each of the 3 recruiters 80 healing potions and orders them to hold the line for him. 2 hours later, he rested as the recruiters fought the monsters. He plans to log out for a nap and charge ahead tomorrow. The next day, after taking a nap, he decides he won't linger in battle. When he logs in, he will start running. He wonders if he can get through the sea of snakes. As he logs in, he notices his subordinates are still fighting though, which is kind of strange. They should have disappeared after he logged out, but they are still fighting the monsters. Moreover, they have all leveled up, becoming level 9 monsters. His eyes widen as he notices something he wasn't expecting at all. According to Lu Chen, it turns out that they take turns resting to keep grinding monsters. Since he isn't around, they share the experience they gain among themselves. That is why they keep leveling up. He used to worry about leveling up his subordinates. If he didn't share the experience he got, they wouldn't be able to increase their levels. But if he did share, he would probably get less. So this thought solves his problem perfectly. The number of giant pythons he has slain should be enough to purchase the bloodline of the giant fusion python. As he mentioned, 2,000 reputation seems quite expensive to him. He hopes that the snake race won't disappoint him. A notification pops up mentioning that he has obtained the inferior snake bloodline talent. The attacks now inflict damage equal to a percentage of the target's maximum health. If he moves by 1 step, the poison damage will increase by 10% for every 10 steps, lasting up to 60 seconds. Lu Chen shows his excitement and mentions the 7-step snake as an amazing talent, cheering up. Just then, another notification comes in saying that in the 3rd tier, the basic attacks yield 2% and 1.5% of the attacker's base health as poison damage. 10 plus 58 points. After poisoning, the target's poison damage increases by 10% for every step taken, lasting for 7 steps with a maximum duration of 60 seconds. It is unbelievable for Lu Chen, seeing 340 as he is transforming. But with a 10% damage increase for each step, the poison is surely more potent than a spider. He's going all the way out on the path of ugliness, but as long as he is becoming stronger, it is worth it. He can see the poison is actually stacking. One lasts for 10 seconds and the other increases damage through steps, which seems quite impressive. He orders the other 3 wolves to attack together. Together, they manage to fight against the snake and take it down. Just then, a purple monster shows up. They finally encounter a boss. A level 12 boss, Lord of the Poison Mist Forest, Eve. Lu Chen wants to take a chance to fight against her, as there are no small monsters around with the other 3 wolves. He thinks they can give it a shot. Eve grabs the other 3 wolves with her spell. Lu Chen is now amazed by her power as she has skills that can truly call her a boss. According to Lu Chen, the 3 wolves don't have enough power to break the restraints. He himself starts fighting against her, but his damage output is slightly higher. She has over 4,000 health points and heals quickly, which means it is not that easy. Evelyn has high physical and poison damage, high health, reduced movement and attack speed, and powerful skills too. She is very terrifying. Probably with any other team, that battle would have been possible. But Lu Chen is thankful, as he is fused with the forest spider. His speed is fast enough, and both of his talents are continuously draining her health points. By that time, the other 3 wolves are somewhat able to help him out. But unfortunately, the restraint skill has no cooldown, so he has to rely on himself alone. With the kiting strategy, he slowly wears her down. Half an hour later, a notification pops up disclosing that by defeating the boss, Evelyn, he captures 760 life points. He also obtains a 4-star talent fragment, a 2-star quality fragment, and extracts pure aura. The acquired items are Poison Mist silk gloves, Poison Mist silk leggings, Evelyn's Guardian exquisite spider silk hobber, and sturdy spider silk, 5 pieces. Seeing all of this, Lu Chen is so happy that his half-hour effort feels worth it. Evelyn's Guardian attributes affirm that the armor of Eve, the Lord of the Poison Mist Forest, has extraordinary power. Eve's Guardian reduces the movement speed of attackers by 10% and attack speed by 10%. Lu Chen, feeling greedy, begins to think about how much he could sell all of this for. He plans to stay there and farm blue gear from Evelyn. Even if players manage to defeat Zakist, it will still take them a long time to reach her. He's sure he'll make a good profit. Half an hour later, Evelyn appears, which amazes Lu Chen. She responds faster than Zakist, which makes him realize that Zakist is a regular elite monster designed for grinding players. The Poison Mist Forest seems to be structured to keep players out of the main city, encouraging faster respawn rates. 10 hours later, Lu Chen is exhausted, but after all the grinding, he has 17 Poison Mist sets and 19 pieces of Evelyn's Guardian, 11 delicate spider silk chest plates, and 19 4-star materials. Then he goes to check on the players, where he guesses that they have probably been suffering in the Poison Mist Forest. It's time for him to make a killing. Luchen is looking for the products when he finds the 8 equipment slots, which cost 4,000 reputation. It is quite expensive, but the helmet seems very nice with 11 physical defense, 7 strength, 9 agility, and 10 constitution. He is sure he can sell it at a good price. He looks at the comments where everyone is losing their minds because of the Poison Mist Forest, but he is quite impressed with himself. No one has mentioned Eve War, which means no one has reached the 3rd level. Everyone has passed the 1st level, but no one has reached the Poison Mist set. Next, he has to make a sensation and get rich. To create a sensation and advertise, he has to go to Ling's live stream room, as it is the fastest way. He wonders how that beautiful girl is doing at this moment. Lager is stressed out, thinking they are going to die. Even their goddess can't get through those soul stones. So how can they pass that? Everyone says it is very difficult to reach the level 10 main city. The setting is a mix of the beginner's village and the forest. Someone mentions that the poisonous snake creatures ahead make things even tougher. Lager claims that some teams reported spiders dropping poison resistance gear. So why don't they have any yet? And how will they get through? The Poison Mist Forest is especially challenging for small teams like theirs. Comments suggest that she should send a message to only I Am Wild, since he probably has some gear as he is his only friend across the entire network. She feels she has no choice but to message him, even though he unfriended her. She doubts it will help, thinking that only I Am Wild likely hasn't cleared the Poison Mist Forest either, since he hasn't traded anything in the past day. Maybe he is stuck there as well. Ling messages Lu Chen, have you passed the Poison Mist Forest, or do you have any spare poison resistance gear to sell me? He replies, yes, I do. Everyone is amazed, surprised that Lu Chen actually has them. They are even more shocked when he reveals he owns a complete Poison Mist set. One person comments, our guild has tried multiple times and only managed to get a wristband. So how can he have a full set? They were in pure disbelief. Lega questioned him, saying, I want to buy a set. Should we trade through the personal room on the trading platform or by mail? She asked. Anything will work for me. Luchen inquired, how many do you want? This shocked everyone. How is that possible? Does he really have that many sets? They wondered. Is he asking for the quantity she wants, or is he fooling people? Lega then asked, can I get 3 sets? Luchen replied, let's make a personal room on the trading platform. He urged her, give me your account and password. Lega also couldn't believe it. I'm getting 3 Poison Mist sets, she thought. They created the personal room on the trading platform. Luchen sent her the sets while she gave him 21,000 gold and thanked him. She was excited. We can finally get through the spider forest, she exclaimed. Everyone became hyped and started commenting. I'll pay 15,000 for a set, one person said. Someone else wanted 2 sets for their guild. Others began mailing Lu Chen. One person asked, do you have more sets for sale? Another inquired, how many can I buy? The price is negotiable. A message arrived from the Thunder Guild notifying him, we'll buy as many sets as you have. Luchen is very excited. The advertisement is very effective and everyone is talking about the bait, but unfortunately they are being overly optimistic. Maybe they think that by having the Poison Mist set, they will pass the Poison Mist Forest. Or perhaps they are underestimating Evelyn. He makes an announcement. At 10 o'clock, I will hold a personal auction in the auction area. Whoever is interested should pay attention. He just waits until then, as there are only 20 minutes left until Evelyn responds, and then he can start the auction. 10 minutes later, an announcement is made. The auction is going to begin shortly. Lu Chen has transformed himself into an auctioneer. The first auction item is a spider silk helm. 3 will be sold together, starting from 2,000 yuan with a minimum bid increment of 200 yuan. One of the attendees thinks only I Am Wild has these to sell, but he is shocked. The auctioneer mentions that the equipment is nice. It is equivalent to 15 physical defenses and 200 health. The bidding keeps going. At last, a helmet bundle is sold at 9,800 W. Luchen is wondering how much a poison mist set will sell for. And he also has Evelyn's guardian equipment as well. This kept going, and everyone was shocked after seeing the number of sets he had. They were thinking that he had farmed these without support. He announces the appetizers are finished, and it's time for the main course, the poison mist set. 3 sets will be sold at once, starting at 15,000 W with a minimum increment of 2,000 W. Then the bidding starts. Everyone is stunned that he's selling all 3 sets at once. The bidding continues, and at last, number 00, 3 bids 45,000. He wonders, are there any higher bids than 45,000? Lu Chen, now in the auctioneer's body, is in full disbelief, thinking he's made a fortune. How many rich people are present here? He wonders. Lu Chen, excited, screams 45,000 going thrice. He then congratulates number 003. The auctioneer raises her hand and announces, next we have the second batch, which consists of 3 sets of poison mist sets, starting from 15,000. Just then, a bidder smirks and raises his bid to 45,000. Another person comments, number 003 is so generous, he wants to monopolize the poison mist sets. He informs his boss that they have to grab the poison mist sets too. The level 10 main city is a merger of 3 novice villages, and he exclaims that the pressure must be huge. Another person raises his bid by 47,000. Seeing the demand for poison mist sets increase, many others bid even higher. The highest bid rises to 50,000. Luchen, already excited about the money, declares, the poison mist sets are sold at 50,000 and congratulates number 027. The auctioneer states, next is the last batch. 5 sets will be sold together, starting from 25,000 with a minimum increment of 5,000. Bidders start noticing and exclaiming that Lu Chen has so many poison mist sets. Someone yells in wonder about the minimum increment being only 5,000. Another claims that this is their last chance to acquire the poison mist sets. The highest bid goes up to 90,000, which surprises many people, especially the wealthy person who bought all 5 sets. Some people start losing hope and claim that their last chance is gone. The auctioneer sells the last 5 sets for 90,000 and congratulates number 042 on winning. Someone from the crowd sadly announces, it's over, and claims, I knew it was impossible to get it. Another one sadly remarks, there are so many rich people in the world. The bidders start to disperse when suddenly Lu Chen, in the auctioneer's body, announces today's auction was very successful. As a reward, I will give you all a piece of information regarding the upcoming level. He informs them, many people think that after the snake tide, they can enter the poison mist forest. But in reality, there is an even more terrifying challenge ahead. People exclaim in surprise, wondering what could be more terrifying when the snake is already unsolvable. Lu Chen smirks and calmly announces, I just happen to have one more piece of equipment here, which can largely determine whether you can break through the poison mist forest or not. Someone from the crowd shouts in disbelief, how does only I'm Wild still have equipment? Someone wonders, can the new equipment really determine whether we break through the poison mist forest or not? Another person questions, how strong is the equipment? The auctioneer announces the main course is finished and dessert is here. He reveals the equipment only Unveiled wants to sell is Evelyn's Guard, and that they can see the attributes for themselves. A notification displays all the important information about the equipment. As someone from the crowd yells, it's a blue item. Another claims it's the first blue item in the whole server. My eyes are tearing up just seeing it. Someone exclaims excitedly, 21 physical defense and 10 poison resistance, while another screams it has an equipment skill that reduces movement and attack speed. Someone from the crowd shouts, this is not just dessert, this is the real highlight. They urge the auctioneer, name the price. Only Unwild wants it. The auctioneer smiles and calmly replies, without further ado, 3 pieces will be sold at once, starting at 15,000 with a minimum increment of 2,000. An uproar breaks out in the crowd as people exclaim, such powerful equipment is being sold 3 pieces at a time. The prices start rising instantly, and bidders quickly push the price up to 52,000, claiming it's worth grabbing. At last, Evelyn's Guard is sold for 65,000. Lu Chen takes his helmet off and with a content smile claims, I've been selling for more than an hour. After deducting the 10% auction fees, he has earned 397,980 win. When his total savings now exceed 450,000, he thinks that his other arm is completely normal now and his leg has some feeling again. Maybe it is time to buy a house for himself and his sister. Then again, he realizes that he doesn't have enough just yet, so he decides to save a little more. He reflects on selling so much equipment at once and honestly doesn't know if anyone can break through the poison mist forest or not. He soon forgets about it, thinking that it doesn't matter to him for now since there will definitely be more valuable equipment in the future. He decides to sleep first. In the game, the Sword Guild leader declares the Sword Guild, YF Guild, and Windbell Group will join forces to attack the poison mist forest. The players, with their newly bought equipment, start attacking the spiders. They exclaim that they must pass through the poison mist forest tonight and reach level 10 at the main city. They all start fighting as the spiders keep attacking them. Someone shouts, "I know it can be very tiring, but hold on just a little longer." Someone from the crowd exclaims they have killed Alice, so the gloves were dropped. They all move toward the snake tide next. The crowd attacks the snakes as their leader instructs them. Don't mess up the formation. Don't linger. He orders teams 15 and 16. Go up. Another player also instructs those in position, take care of yourselves while others charge forward. She announces we're almost there and orders teams 3 and 4, hold on. Nearly at 4:50 in the morning, they clear the snake tide. Someone exclaims in happiness, we're finally out of the snake tide. We'll be the first batch to reach this point. She instructs others, hold on and look at what's approaching next. Someone gasps and reveals, this must be the something more terrifying that only Unveiled mentioned. A notification announces to everyone, level 12 boss Poison Mist Forest Lore Evure is approaching. Someone from the Troop claims, this is Evure, the boss who drops gloves. Since only Unveiled can farm it, we believe we can too. Another replies, if we can kill it, we'll be able to reach the main city. The first one exclaims, everyone should rest a bit while I take on the boss. Just then, Evlinder jumps at them and shoots webs from her mouth, restraining several players. They scream, the crowd control is overpowered, and question, how did only Wild manage to defeat it? Another person trapped by Evelyn's web exclaims, we're about to be sent back. Did we fight the whole night for nothing? The next day, in the early morning, Lu Chen logs into the game again and speaks to himself. I wonder if the players fought of air, he muses. He then orders air, sand, and Sai to stop farming and prepare to leave the novice area. Lu Chen looks at Evlinder and thinks her crowd control skills are quite impressive. It would be a shame not to learn them. He moves on and thinks, one yellow-level martial arts compendium costs only 1,000 reputation. It's not expensive. He opens the reputation store and sees that the item now costs 2,000 reputation. Surprised, he thinks the price is double. This merchant is a real swindler, but I still have to buy it. He buys the skill as the notification clues and all the important information about the spider silk bind appear. It consumes 1 point of mana per second to maintain the bind. And it can entangle up to 10 targets. Non-spider species require 1 extra tough silk to entangle 1 target. Luchen exclaims, this skill is good and luckily he has saved hundreds of pieces of silk from before. He orders sand and sea and move on, and 10 minutes later, he finds himself at a crossroads, facing 2 possible paths. The first leads to Beast Mountain Range, while the other leads to the main city. He thinks to himself, given my current identity, I probably can't enter the main city. It's better to check out Beast Mountain Range for now. He examines the mountain range and exclaims in surprise the Beast's mountain range is quite extensive. He orders air, sand, and Sai to come with him and explore the area to see if there are any suitable monsters to recruit. They come across agile wolf creatures, high-attack tiger creatures, and thick-skinned bear creatures. Luchen thinks that all 3 types of monsters are decent, but none seem suitable for recruitment. They move towards the Chaos Burial Hill, making their way there. Luchen thinks the Chaos Burial Hill seems a bit eerie. There should be some special creatures there. As he enters the graveyard, another notification appears saying that they have exceeded level 11. They no longer enjoy newbie protection and should be cautious when entering. Just as he steps forward, a hand emerges from the closed grave, and a Stygia nymph at level 24 appears in front of him. He exclaims in surprise, level 24 is so high. The nymph attacks his troop, and the wolf in front bears the brunt of the damage, taking 94 points. Luchen mutters, this creature's damage is truly terrifying, and it even has AO. He laughs, adding, this is exactly the type of subordinate I need. He orders his troops to attack the nymphs. They bear the damage but keep fighting the dead creatures. He thinks about how scary the nymph is, but thankfully they have damage reduction or air sand, or he wouldn't have been able to handle it. He orders his troops to stay put while he moves ahead to try and lure one out. It's time to test his new skill, Spider Silk Bind. 2 minutes later, he activates the new skill he just bought. As it shoots out, an extremely strong web fires from his stomach. He laughs at the new skill activating from his belly and remarks, what a funny posture. 10 minutes later, a notification shows that the Stygia nymph is willing to accept his recruitment. The nymph's level has been reduced from 24 to 11. The next notification shows all the important qualities of the nymph. His mouth opens in surprise as he signifies that it's impressive with such high attack power and the ability to reduce the physical defense of nearby enemies. He exclaims with excitement, it's better to recruit one more to upgrade the Legion recruitment order to 5. 15 minutes later, he recruits another nymph. The notification shows that the force he has gathered now consists of 5 members, and it activates the hidden quest, A Place to Settle. The quest requires expelling an elite wild creature with the word king in its name from the Beast Mountain range and obtaining its territory. The rewards include gaining the right to use this area and receiving the title Fearless and Daring. Lu Chen thinks that being able to establish territory is a great thing, but he should choose a higher level area so that other players won't be able to come easily. He examines the areas carefully, finally settling on Gun Peak. He claims Gun Peak is probably the highest place in the Beast's Mountain range, so I'll choose that place. He adds that he remembers there was a level 25 white-striped Tiger King there, and that it's perfect. They arrive at the mountain peak as the Tiger King approaches them. Lu Chen wonders how this Tiger King has quite an imposing presence. Thankfully, it did not bring any minions. He orders Air, San, Si, Wu, and Lu. You are responsible for ranged attacks. I will take the head-on. The tiger attacks him, and Lu Chen's damage decreases by 327. He thinks in surprise that the tiger is so fast and its attacks are so strong. His HP isn't nearly enough to withstand the blows. He orders his troops to attack together and starts attacking the Tiger King. 40 minutes later, he successfully takes down the Tiger King. The notification prompts him to choose: kill the tiger to receive regular points or expel the Tiger King. If he expels the tiger, the mission will be completed, but the Tiger King's respawn location will reset. Without wasting another second, he chooses the expel option and shakes his head after completing the mission. Just then, another notification appears congratulating him on completing the mission, A Place to Settle. He was granted the title Fearless and Daring, along with the right to form his own force. Another mission tasked him with taming the wild creatures on Guanyun Peak and renaming the place. Excited, he declared it would be called Reedy Peak and checked the title's effects. His weapon upgraded, symbolizing courage, and those with this prefix would gain a 20% base HP bonus. He marveled at how powerful the effect was since it worked as a percentage bonus. With delight, he laughed that even as someone who started as a wild creature, he now had his own force, making the game more and more interesting. He ordered everyone to keep exploring and upgrading. From now on, he would be the leader of these creatures. He completed challenges with the Silver Shadow Wolf, the Golden Strike Tiger, and the Black Iron Bear, each granting him 120 points. Then, with a chime, a new item appeared, the Spiked Wolf Fang Club. Thrilled, he exclaimed that at last, new equipment was dropping, 2 at once, in fact. The second item was wolf-eyed leggings. Excitedly, he gave orders for everyone to continue their tasks. Lacing his voice, he announces that everyone's equipment is about to be updated. Happily, Lu Chen looks at the notice and exclaims in glee, I've finally reached level 12. However, what the notice states is that when players reach the corresponding level, the level 12 solo secret realm of Man Valley 1 star will be unlocked. Now, what is a secret realm? It is a special gameplay feature within the game Empyrean God Realm divided into solo and multiplayer secret realms. All secret realms have no limit to the number of entries during the opening period. Continuing his journey, Lu Chen reaches a mountainous area and looks around. To his surprise, he spots a dungeon. He questions its existence in awe, further acknowledging the Empyrean really likes to make fancy things. He enters the dungeon alone, instructing the other 3 to level up outside. But make sure not to pull too many monsters, he warns them. He advises fight 5 on 5 and rest when your HP is below 40%. Luchen carries his weapon over his shoulder after giving the others their instructions. The notice then displays to him that the secret realm will draw corresponding items based on the player's needs, and one needs to pray to the secret realm before entering inside. After putting in the corresponding type of items, a first player who discovers the secret realm will get 5 times the rewards. The output equipment is not lower than the quality of the items that the player puts in. Moreover, by putting in the corresponding parts of the equipment, there is a greater chance of getting the same parts of the equipment. The player can put in 2 items. After carefully going through the instructions, Lu Chen loses himself in his thoughts. He plans that if this is the truth, then if he puts in weapons, the monsters inside will drop weapons. If he puts in clothes, suddenly, an idea flashes into his mind. His eyes spark with hope. He mocks himself, thinking if he is stupid. He questions what equipment he should put in or if it is more cost-effective to put materials. He recalls what the notice stated about not being lower than the items put in. That realization makes him think if he just puts in a 4-star material, it should work out well. Upon taking out a shiny blue crystal of 4-star material, he wonders, will the monsters inside really drop 4-star materials up to 5 times? Then will he not make a fortune? He throws in the crystal, and the pop-up declares that his prayer is complete. It demands he enter the secret realm. As he steps into the secret realm, he is astonished to find the place quite huge. A global announcement is then made to grab attention. Player only on Wild discovered the level 12 solo secret realm of Moon Valley 1-star and obtained the title Moon Pioneer. The solo secret realm of Moon Valley is now officially open. Today's opening time is from 22:45 to 10:45. Players interested in competing for the second treasure are urged to hurry to Moon Valley. Shocked to hear the name of the player associated with the secret realm, the human players are stunned by the revelation. They begin to question each other if he actually got that title, since they heard that titles are super hard to obtain. One of them is surprised by Lu Chen, who is already in the secret realm, even though he hasn't left the novice village yet. Acknowledging the true strength of Lu Chen, they admit that it is indeed a global announcement, because Lu Chen is just too strong, as envious as the people became after hearing the announcement. Lu Chen got irritated. As he cursed the announcement, he groaned in frustration at how everybody would know about it. He questioned himself if he had to make such a big fuss about it. Meanwhile, another novice appeared in front of him, declaring that he had obtained the title Moon Pioneer and gained a 10% strength bonus as well. Out of nowhere, Lu Chen saw 3 moon wolves coming toward him. The sight made him feel pretty scared. At first, he couldn't decide how to react. However, he prepared himself, encouraging himself not to be scared since he was here to collect materials. Therefore, he swung his weapon and started fighting against the wolves. As he hit them, he realized how fortunate he was that these moon wolves were not very strong. He could handle 5 of them at a time without any pressure. When one of them died, he received a notification that he had killed a very agile moon wolf of level 12. He captured 540 life points, obtained 5 4-star talent fragments, 5 4-star quality points, and extracted 5 mana. He laughed in joy after seeing this, exclaiming in happiness, "It really is 5 times the drops." He yelled in excitement, "I'm rich!" An hour later, when he is done knocking out all of those moon's silver wolves, he happily states, "This is too awesome." He leveled up in just an hour. In addition to that, he harvested over 1,000 materials, making all of his talents 4 stars. Now he checks his attributes menu, which boosts his pride even more. He claims, after adding the word king to my name, I've become a boss. But he admits, I just don't know where to find the ancient heart and ancient fragments upgrade materials. Luchen steps forward with growing confidence. Now I'm only missing the final boss, he says. He realizes, though, that with more than 200 attack, 140 defense, nearly 5,000 HP, and even poison damage, he's not afraid of the final boss at all. Luchen starts fighting the boss. Upon discovering that the wolf has very few HP, he mocks it. Only 6,000 HP. This is a weak boss. He quickly dismisses his own statement. It's just because I'm too strong for this boss. After it's killed, another notice pops up, notifying him that he has captured 4,000 in life points, obtained 15 5th stage talent fragments, and 15 5-star quality points. Luchen laughs in joy at his victory of getting 35-star materials. I'm rich, he claims, referring to his 300,000 prestige. A pop-up declares that the secret moon realm has been cleared and will be closed in 5 minutes. When the other players hear this, they exclaim disappointedly, unsure when it will open again. On the other side, Lu Chen mumbles in annoyance. This system announcement is so annoying, he says, constantly broadcasting how I block the secret realm. While looking at the status menu, he concludes, with so many materials, it's better to exchange them for prestige and upgrade the Legion recruitment order to max level. Simultaneously, a rule declares that once you leave the cave, it will disappear. When Lu Chen exits the cave, he calls out, Air San Si, Wu Lu. Stop grinding. Let's go expand our team. Half an hour later, he orders his pack. Now, go chop trees and move stones. We need 500 units of wood and stone in total. He then commands them, collect it and put it near the camp. And if they complete the task ahead of time, they will go and level up together. In the real world, Lu Chen happily thinks about how, in less than a week, he has made 500,000 yuan, which feels like a dream. He then raises his right hand and looks at it in surprise, acknowledging that his arm is completely normal again and his upper body is also restored. He celebrates joyfully, thinking about how he has sensation in his upper body and will soon become a normal person. He looks at one of his thighs and realizes that it is heating up, guessing that it will be the next to recover. Therefore, 4, he mutters to himself. He decides that before his leg recovers, he needs to buy a house. However, with 500,000 yuan, he can't afford a big house, but a small one should be enough, since it's just him and Lu Yi living there. While looking at apartment advertisements, he comes across a suitable one and reads its description with joy, noting that they will fully refund him if he doesn't buy it. He giggles in happiness and decides to go the next day to give Lu Yi a surprise. At the National Security Bureau, the Special Action Group leader, Lv.1 arrives to see Director Lin Hai and informs him that their security bureau has set up a special action group to participate in a game and seeks to know if this isn't making a big deal out of nothing. Lin Hai refuses his claim, explaining that this game, called Empyrean God Realm, is definitely not as simple as it seems on the surface. Moreover, not only they, but also governments and militaries around the world are participating, and it may change the future of mankind. He further adds that he speculates that when the second Empyrean God Realm goes online, it will see more of what's going on. He then inquires of Lv.1 about the progress, to which he reports that they are still stuck in the poison mist forest since it is too hard. Lin Hai, after hearing that, advises Lv.1 to go find only unveiled, as he should be able to help them get through. He explains to Lu Ho that this is the information the department collected about that unique madman, and instructs him to remember to befriend that guy at all costs. The next day finally arrives, and Lu Chen excitedly arrives at the apartments where a female assistant questions him if he is here to check out the property, and requests him to let her assist him. He demands that he see a small-sized apartment. However, on the other side of the building, one of the two men who are with Lv.1 turns around to look over at Lu Chen and exclaims surprisingly, "Is this really the person we were looking for?" He wonders, "How come he's disabled?" The other person replies, "It cannot be wrong. That's him. Although the information claims he can only move his head and one arm, it's definitely him." After they are done discussing, Liwa commands them to get ready to act. The woman politely shows him around the apartments, assuring him of the quality of their property. She guarantees that he will not make a bad purchase or be deceived. She then introduces the apartment and describes the small-sized unit he's looking at as the best-selling one. There is only one left now. As soon as Lu Chen shows his interest by declaring it looks good, the assistant leans down to him and instructs, "Go ahead and make the purchase without hesitation. If you hesitate for even a moment, the property may be gone." He gives it a brief thought and decides that there will be many opportunities to make money later. So let's buy this as a small surprise for Lu Yi. Suddenly, a woman with pink hair appears from behind, yelling at him not to buy this apartment since it has problems. The assistant jumps at her voice and inquires, "Who are you? What is going on?" The woman doesn't reply to the assistant. Instead, she starts announcing to everyone, "Listen to me. Don't buy Huang San Yipin's apartments anymore. Their apartment complex has serious quality problems and might collapse." After hearing that, the people panic. They start discussing whether she is telling the truth and how it's better to believe her. If there really is a problem, they think that their life savings could be wasted. The assistant calls out to security to get the woman out of there, calling her crazy. However, the pink-haired woman continues to convince the crowd. "What I'm saying is true. I have the evidence," she claims. "I came here because I don't want more people to fall into this trap. Please believe me." While this is happening, Luchen thinks once you make the payment, it won't be easy to get back. Therefore, whether it's true or not, it's better not to pay the money for now. Security arrives, sticks in hand. The boss instructs the other two guards, "Hurry up and get rid of this girl. Don't let her make a big fuss." When he orders them that it is okay to be ruthless, one of them assures the boss not to worry. While moving forward, one of the guards' arms gets hit by Lu Chen's arm. Very unkindly, he calls Lu a cripple, telling him to get out of the way. The boss grabs the girl by her shoulder, demanding in a threatening tone, "If you have anything to say, come out with us." She tries to free herself from his grip, questioning him, "Why should I go outside?" She cries out to others for help. However, another guard approaches and grabs her other arm. Together, they begin to drag her out. The onlookers couldn't care less. They whispered to each other about how interesting this was becoming and decided to film it, knowing the click rate would soar this time. The security boss continues to drag her out, demanding, "Stop talking nonsense and just come with us." She requests everyone to stop recording, asking, "Who's going to help me? I came here for your sake." When Lu sees no one stepping in, he grabs the boss's arm and questions him, "How can you bully a woman? What kind of man does that make you?" The boss tries to kick Lu, calling him a cripple and accusing him of acting like a hero. But before his kick could land, he grabs his leg and stops it instinctively, leaving Lu to wonder if he has become this strong. The other guard yells out to beat Lu up until he cannot take care of himself, while the other mocks him for already not being able to take care of himself. When they get closer with their sticks, Lu gets one of them in the chin with his elbow and grabs the hand of the other to stop him, realizing that not only has he become much stronger, but his reaction speed has also become much faster. The first guard yells to the second one, questioning him on what he is so scared of to not just flip Lu's wheelchair over. When the guard pushes over the wheelchair, someone's hand draws closer and grabs the wheelchair, preventing it from flipping over. He reassures Lu, "Don't worry, we're here." The man turns out to be none other than Lu Ho, who arrives with his 2 men. He threatens the security, saying, "How dare he bully our young master?" He sarcastically calls the security men bold. On being called a young master, Lu questions the words in confusion, wondering what is going on. However, instead of answering Lu Ho and his men fight against the security staff, knocking them down while they beg to be spared. One of the guards, while lying on the ground, inquires, "Is it Lu, the young master Timo?" Then, why did Lai Mua not say anything earlier, as if he is playing dumb? After all the chaos, Lai Mua takes Lu Chen's wheelchair to a room and addresses Lu as young master Kwang. He apologizes politely to Lu for startling him. Bowing slightly, he requests, "Please leave the rest to me." Since Lu Chen is still unaware of who the man is and why they are treating him with such respect, he only affirms his request. He wonders, is this man from the Empyrean God Realm? An intimidating-looking man, the manager of Jing Gong Group, Huang, enters the room. He is accompanied by 2 thug-looking men, holding a lighter in one hand and a cigarette between his lips. He inquires of Lai Mu Hoa, who dares to make trouble in our Jing Gong Group. Meanwhile, Lu Hoa talks on a call with someone, addressing them as Old Xiao. He replies, "I encountered some trouble. Do you know the Giant Gong Group? They have a property called Hangshan Yepin, and the manager in charge is called Huang Di." However, before he could complete his sentence, Mr. Ai Huan cuts him off, sarcastically laughing. He mocks him by questioning if he's looking for someone and informs him, in a threatening tone, that in Zhong City, no one dares to mess with his Zhong Gong Group. When Liwa acknowledges Mr. Huang's presence, Huang informs him, "You have less than 10 minutes." Huang doesn't take his words seriously. Lighting up his cigarette, he nonchalantly exclaims, "Look at you, Lu Ho, acting so cool." Then he declares, "You have 1 minute left," and orders his thugs, "Get rid of Lu Chen and the others." The men smirk. Abiding by the order, one of them assures Mr. Huang, "Don't worry, it won't even take us a minute." The other confirms, adding, "Lu Chen and the others aren't just small-time thugs. We, on the other hand, are fighting champions." Right after that, the first thug leaps into the air, launching a punch towards Lai Mua. He yells, "I hate pretentious nobodies like you the most." However, even before the thug's fist can get near Lai Mua, Lu Ho pushes him off, sending him crashing to the floor. Lu Ho then punches the stomach of the other thug. Both of the thugs fall far from him. Huang stands between them, sweating in fear. Liu gets closer, leans over him in an intimidating way, and states assertively, "It hasn't been a minute yet. Hang on, more time to use another method." Huang, who is already scared to his core, stutters, "There's no need. I was wrong." Liu questions him, "Where do you think you were wrong?" Huang, trembling in fear, quickly replies, "Everything. Everything was wrong." He apologizes hastily. "If compensation isn't fine, I'll resign." Instead of answering, Lu Ho punches him forcefully in the stomach. Huang flies a distance and crashes to the ground with a loud thud. As all 3 of them writhe in pain on the floor, Lu Ho's voice turns furious. "You think you can just apologize and resign and everything will be fine? How dare you offend my young master? I'll make sure anyone who dares to provoke him regrets it for life." Amidst all this chaos, one of the 2 men accompanying Lai Mua exclaims to the other, "Who is that guy in the wheelchair? He seems so dominating." The other man responds, "He must be from one of the big families." When the girl overhears their conversation, she adds, "It is impossible since a big family's son would not be here to buy a place." But the first man replies to her that she does not understand, as it was definitely a test by his family. And now the test is over. Liu Hua turns back to Lu Chen and bows in front of him while addressing him as young master, informing him that the 3-year deadline is up. He is welcomed back to the family to take charge of the situation. His words leave Lu Chen stunned and shocked. He recognizes that this is the plot of the crooked-mouthed Dragon King, and they can really make things up. However, Lu Chen decides to keep up the act and size before replying that he originally wanted to live a normal life. But now it seems that being ordinary is only a luxury for me. When Liu Hall observes Lu Chen's act, he is surprised by him and realizes how Lu Chen can act better than him. After 3 minutes of commotion, the police arrive and hold Mr. Hang down, announcing that the Giant Group is suspected of collusion between officials and businessmen, failure to meet construction standards, involvement in land grabbing, and fraud. Violent injury and death incidents. The other officer yells, "Now take away the Giant Group manager, Huang Di, and the group's senior management as well." As he walks away with the police, he cries, "I didn't expect a disabled person in a wheelchair to have such a terrifying background." After Mr. Heng is taken away, one of the officers stays behind. He salutes Lu Ho, apologizing to him, calling it their negligence for letting these criminals run wild for so long. He requests to be punished. However, Lu Hoa responds, "Forget it. They're just some rotten fish and shrimp." He then permits the policeman, saying, "You can all go back now. I have something important to discuss with the young master." The policeman bids farewell, promising that they will not bother him anymore, and leaves. As he departs, Lu Hoa turns to Lu Chen and suggests, "Let's find a quiet place to chat." Lu Chen agrees. Noticing the encounter between the policeman and Lu Hoa, Lu Chen realizes that even the chief has to nod and bow. This person must have a prestigious background. He thinks to himself that it seems Lu Hoa has something to ask him now, and hopes it won't be too troublesome. The girl finally thanks Lu Chen, stating that she did not expect his background to be so amazing. Lu Chen replies there is no need for thanks, and in return, thanks her too for warning everyone. Lu Chen addresses his men, informing them that he and the young master have some business to attend to. "Therefore, we'll leave," he says, "and you all should thank the kind lady for helping the young master." They all comply. Upon reaching their designated place, Lu Chen questions him. Who are they? Lu Chen refuses to explain, stating, "We cannot reveal that right now." He then adds, "In the Empyrean God Realm, there is someone named Unveiled, and we need his help." He pauses and informs Lu Chen this is the fee, as they both drink from their glasses. Lu Chen questions him, "Why do you think you can find that guy?" Lu Chen answers, "We have our own methods." He then explains Tian's network defense system is impeccable, but banks and other systems aren't. Both of them fall into their thoughts. Lu Chen thinks being able to query bank records. These people are really not simple. Lu Chen, on the other hand, thinks about how they have 500 people trapped in front of the snake tide. Therefore, they need Lu Chen to help them through the poison mist forest. Lai Mua slips forward a card towards Lu Chen, enlightening him to use this card to pin any villa in Diamond Manor as a reward for helping them. When Lu Chen looks at the card, he is surprised and replies, "This is such a heavy reward for a small favor. I cannot afford it." But Lai Mua answers him, "Empyrean God Realm has just opened the first layer, and there are still long days ahead." Lu Chen continues to refuse and returns the card to him, informing him, "I don't like owing favors. I will earn what I want with my own hands." Lai Mua again advises him to use the card to buy any property under the Chan Group, the developer of Diamond Manor. He mentions that Lu Chen can get a 30% discount and insists that he just use the card as their reward. "Plus, we will protect you and your family's privacy. How does this offer suit you?" he asks. Lu Chen finally agrees to the deal and questions him, "Can you tell me why you're willing to spend so much on just a game?" Lai Mua explains Empyrean God Realm is not just a game. Global governments and military forces from around the world are involved. However, they don't know the specifics. After getting to know that, Lu Chen turns his wheelchair around, advising Lu Hoa to come to the Poison Mist Forest between 7 and 7:30 tonight. He informs him that he'll be leaving now. Lu Hoa panics, asking, "Are you not going to tell us how to get through?" Lu Chen smirks, replying, "You'll find out when you get there." On his way out, Lu Chen does a mental calculation of how valuable a 30% discount card is. Of course, being able to protect himself and his sister's privacy is more important. Therefore, he acknowledges that it's worth cooperating a bit. At 7 o'clock in the evening, when all the men gather around in the forest, one of them questions Lu Hoa, "Are you sure we can get through by rushing? Our weapons are terrible." Lu Hoa and two others, members of the Iron Blood Defenders, affirm, adding, "We can't even buy the equipment with money now." The other man agrees, stating, "Poison mist sets are too scarce and highly sought after." Lu Hoa then starts running, ordering his men, "Stop talking nonsense and just rush in." Lu Chen didn't even explain clearly. Suddenly, something appears in front of them, shocking them to their core. They stand there, wondering what is going on. It seems too exaggerated to believe. Bro leaves the crowd in total shock. Lai Mua from the crowd shouts in disbelief. He cleared all the monsters. He wiped out the entire wolf pack by himself. He believes that Lu Chen must be incredibly strong. Lu Chen realizes that if it hadn't been for forming a team, this favor would have been hard to repay. 20 minutes later, he takes down Evenure as well. At this, jaws drop all around him. He also manages to kill her. This is the Poison Mist Forest, a place that made countless guilds turn back. Just how strong is this guy? 2 days later, at the 100 Beast Mountain range, Lu Chen gets into a fight with a spiked Wolf Fang Club. He collects 47 pieces of Wolfkin leggings and 53 other pieces. Everyone levels up to 14, which isn't bad. Later, when he takes down the 3-petal flower monster, he sees equipment he's never seen before. It's truly gorgeous, a beautiful pink skirt. It's a unique piece of equipment, but it takes more than 2 days to drop just one piece for Lu Chen. The drop rate is too low. As Luchen places the skirt in the auction area, he wonders how much he should sell it for. He considers the price, but then decides against it. Instead, he sets the starting price at 1,000 and sets the auction to end in 20 minutes. Leggy announces Shan Shan and the others will rush to the poison mist forest in an hour, so let's see what good equipment she can buy first. Shan Shan opens her screen to check the equipment. It's impressive to see that only Unveiled has received new equipment again. It's a unique piece that doesn't occupy the usual equipment slot. Instead, it takes up the prop slot, which is limited to female characters. The equipment increases her movement speed by 5% and gives a chance to confuse opponents. It's not bad at all. She decides to equip it. As she puts it on, the skirt looks stunning. It fits beautifully and has a faint fragrance that smells so good. Shan Shan loves the skirt. She feels she looks so pretty in it. She knows she has to buy it, but many people are competing for it. Her bid has already been exceeded, with the price set at 3,500. When Lingji, her partner, notices and says, "It looks so good on you." So, he has to buy it, at which point he reassures her that he's bidding on it. It's a moment of stress for her when the last 5 minutes remain and everyone stops chatting for a moment. The price has reached 65,300. The last bit of time is crucial. At the very last second, the player Springdo Fairy Dange buys the 100 flower long skirts for 98,700 yen. After deducting the 10% handling fee, 88,883 yen has been transferred to Lu Chen's bank card. Lu Chen is in pure disbelief at the large amount he's received. He almost sold it for a mere 2,000. His bank balance has now surpassed 650,000, plus the 30% discount card. This means he can almost buy 1,000,000 yuan worth of goods. But Lu Chen decides not to rush. Instead, he plans to fuse and enhance the bloodline of the 3 petal flower monsters first. He receives the inferior charm monster bloodline, 4th rank. His field of vision expands by 400 meters, and he is now immune to low-level charm effects. Leuven finds the 400-meter vision insane. He realizes that if it wasn't for the flower monster's skill, he wouldn't have noticed, but there's actually a hidden area disguised here. As he walks towards that area, the mist rises. He realizes that this should have a low-level charm effect. He couldn't see it before he fused the flower monster's bloodline. Luchen wonders what's inside. Just then, a notification pops up on every player window showing the server-wide warning. Player only on Wild activated the Lost Eden server-wide task, Resist the Invasion. One of the players finds monsters in the wrong place, a dangerous area. Everyone starts accusing Lu Chen, claiming he can only cause trouble. A task description notification pops up saying, the unknown mist on the east side of the server has been activated and is spreading rapidly. The mist is a huge hazard as it can enhance the strength of wild monsters and weaken human attacks, abilities, and skill effects. It can also permanently corrode equipment that can't be repaired. The players panic. It's a level 20 task, and only on Wild is level 20, so it's impossible for them. One of them shares his thoughts, stating that it's because of the server-wide task. So, the difficulty level is increased, but who knows where Lost Eden is? He suggests hurrying up so they can find it. Another pop-up appears saying, due to the server-wide task, a level 10 server and 100 Beast Mountain server will be temporarily merged into one server. All players will be forced to log off in 2 minutes, and the merger will last 15 minutes. Everyone starts stressing. All the people across 24 servers will be merged, and that task must be big. But it also leaves the thought in the minds of the players that the reward for this must be amazing. In their greed, they rush to gather. Ling, along with 2 other female players, quizzes the Rock Guild member to see if they can join your team to complete the task. The Rock Guild members agree. One of them praises Ling Ji, mentioning that they might have a chance with their wife guild, and the influence of Fun Ling's beauty. Back there, Lu Chen comments on the monsters, saying they're making it so high profile again, but he is always in the news, and with the flower monster's talent, everything within 400 meters is clear to him. Even these super muted W monsters. Lu Chen stresses that there are so many level 15 super muted monsters, so it might be tough to deal with them. But he realizes that he is also a wild monster, and they are super muted, though he is muted as well. He is super muted Elite Werewolf Man 2 and super muted Elite Styx Banshee X1. Lu Chen laughs with pride, noting that his attributes have doubled, attack 400 plus, defense 130, and HP 10,000 plus. This is the benefit of being a wild monster. 15 minutes later, Lu Chen realizes that a temporary merger is causing so many players to gather. The level 10 main city should be spectacular, so he decides to check out Feng Ling's livestream to see the situation. At level 10 in the main city Stormwind, Lingju suggests following the game official's perspective and viewing the merged Stormwind. The current main city is more exaggerated than the previous novice village. Also, there is novice protection for those level 10 and above. Now, Everyone is looking for the lost Garden of Eden. She hopes there won't be a brute fight. Stuck in a large crowd, she mentions that she is a spirit driver who just changed her job and doesn't have a pet yet. She is scared. Luchen comes off the stream, focusing on his mission. He realizes that it's really crowded for a player, but luckily he is a wild monster. He guesses that they will need some time to find the entrance to the lost Garden of Eden. So without wasting the opportunity, he decides to kill more monsters before the other players reach it. A little cute leaf petal on his head affects his boss's image, so he hides it. As he reaches the battlefield, Lu Chen and his other two start cleaning off the looter silver wolves. They were no problem for them. Just then, a looter wolf appears. Luchen realizes that the elite drop 4-star materials directly, and it's triple the drop rate, which is explosive. This is the treasure trove. He wonders what good things that little boss will drop, and with that, he manages to take the looter king down in seconds. This game looks very much like a piece of cake to him. Defeating the king wolf, he receives 2,750 points, obtains 3 tier 5 talent fragments, 3 4-star evolution points, and extracts 3 mana in equipment. He also obtained the Wolf King Claw, level 15 green, Iron Ghost Ring, level 15 green Wolf King Shoulder, and level 10 purple. Lu Chen gets super excited upon receiving these powerful weapons with high attack power and a ring that also increases critical strike chance. He decides to equip them. As he equips them, it shows a 30% critical strike chance and a 10% increase in critical strike damage. The weapon can also be moved freely. He can finally sell the stone club he's been using for so long. Lu Chen wonders why all the equipment prices keep rising. Nice. Maybe it's because of the server-wide quest. Everyone needs more equipment. That's just cool for him, as it means making a big profit. He rushes to inform his partners, I made 15,000 in 5 minutes. I can upgrade it and make money. We should keep killing. At 100 Beast Mountain, players chatter, only Unveiled just sold equipment from Lunar Silver Wolves. The entrance must be near here. One of them points to where the fog is coming from. Suddenly, a notification pops up. Player only Unveiled has entered the southeast array eye area. Everyone tenses up and suggests heading toward the fog. As the lost Garden of Eden must be there, they reassure each other, manifesting that if only Unveiled finds the array, he wouldn't be able to beat it. As Luchen reaches there, he wonders if they have to destroy the stone pillar directly. He orders his big head to attack and see what happens. As she rushes to attack, Hati, the remnant soul of the evil wolf, level 20, appears and gives her a shot. The damage is so high that Lu Chen's jaw drops. That one wave of attack took half of the big head's HP. He suggests to his partners that he will take the lead, so they should retreat first. As Lu Chen attacks that wolf, his attack doesn't break its defense. The wolf has 100,000 HP. He realizes that from the big head's attack, its mana defense has become 0, meaning if other players attack, maybe they can use mana attacks to drain its HP. This time, he really has to fight a hard battle. He decides to equip these guys first, and then he will grind it to death. He orders everyone to output a wave and suggests a big head take medicine and heal. He runs into that wolf to attack, ordering his 2 fools to take over. 1 hour later, after their bulk efforts, Lu Chen finally manages to take down that wolf. Meanwhile, the other players are still struggling to reach the entrance. They find those lunar silver wolves much stronger than normal wild monsters. The durability of their equipment drops too fast, mainly because their attacks are weakened. According to Lingji, those wolves are all mutated and they are strong, at which another female player adds the poison fog not only makes the wild monsters stronger, but it also weakens us. Someone raises his concern asking, what if the fog heads to the main city? At which others suggest focusing on finding the entrance first. Just then, a pop-up appears informing that player only Unveiled has successfully destroyed the Southeast Array Eye and obtained the title First to Succeed. Everyone starts chattering in disbelief. Back there, Lu Chen sighs in relief that he finally destroyed it. It took so much effort, so the reward has to be good. Lu Chen gets a notification that as he has defeated the evil Wolf Hati's remnant, he has to choose his reward from the following options. Hades' Essence Fragment can summon a powerful Phantom Hati to fight for him. The duration and combat power grows stronger with the levels. The second option is the Hati's Cub. The cub is weaker than other cubs, easily attracts monster attacks, but after growing, it will bring a huge surprise. Lu Chen thinks that rather than summoning for a short time, he should go with a cub and raise it in his territory. So, he chooses the second option, the Hati's Cub. Lu Chen checks the cub's attributes. Its level is 0, and its attack power is 1. The talent is sealed and will be discovered later. According to him, the 1 point in attack power is very weak, and it will need a lot of mana to grow, so they should take everything slowly. He announces to the 7 heads and 3 fools to get ready to kill monsters and make money. One of the players asks them to go support Team 3, retreat, and replenish, as they can rush in soon and beg them not to make mistakes. One of them claims that the silver looter wolves are almost gone. A notification pops up. Player I'm Wild has entered the Southern Array Eye area. Everyone panics after seeing him find the second Array Eye. And as they don't have time to waste, they want to rush. One of them complains that there are so many people, but they still can't beat him. Half an hour later, they are teleported as they enter, which is quite good as they can spread out. But the problem is how to regroup, as it does not seem like the original plan they had. At the Dynasty Guild, Dynasty's Crown Prince questions Dynasty's Obey Heaven about the gathering of people. He replies that 70% of them have arrived. He then questions Dynasty's Young Master about the movements of people, and he informs him that the joint guild cooperation between Bury Love and Sweep the World has about 70 people, killing monsters in front. So he orders him not to bother the small monsters because the fog is spreading, and once he dies, it will be really hard to come back in. They are going directly to find the Array Eye. A notification pops up. Only I'm Wild has successfully destroyed the Southern Array Eye, and the number of remaining Array Eyes is 6. They all ran toward their targets as only 6 Array Eyes were left. Luchen gets another reward, the Divine Eagle Vidifinier. Luchen thinks that since he is already raising one, he can raise 2 instead and continue to the next battleground for the next Array Eye. As he has picked up a lot of equipment already, there still aren't many healing potions left, and he can't handle the boss without them. But the problem is there is no place to buy potions, which is very annoying for him. Suddenly, Luchen hears people yelling, "Why are there werewolves here?" One asks. Another shouts, "Be cautious, don't attract the monsters." They can sense the monsters are tall and wide, but there's no turning back now. They try attacking, but well, luck wasn't on their side. They're wiped out within 5 minutes. After the wipe, they drop their equipment, which is good for Lu Chen. Even as wild monsters, it's still better to kill players. Then Luchen orders his 7 heads and 3 fools to pick up the equipment. Meanwhile, he wonders why the players are so fast. This is the closest to the array. Lu Chen decides to start with Holy Fire's son. He then proceeds to check the southwest array. He's not too worried about it. He only has to fight for about an hour or so. After that, he takes a glance at the official live broadcast. To see the situation in the Lost Eden, Lu Chen gets updated from the Western Array Eye. The boss over there will take a bit longer to kill. He checks the other Array Eyes. The Southwest Array's boss's health is dropping the quickest. Half an hour later, Lu Chen commands his 7 heads and 3 fools. They've rested well enough, so it's time to go snatch some heads. Lu Chen and another person notice strands of spider silk weaving through the battlefield. The situation grows more chaotic as more wild beasts join the fight. 2 random players wonder about the appearance of these wild beasts and question why they are here. Just as they start to process this, a massive creature appears before them. Its name is so long that it confuses them. The situation is getting worse, and the team is at risk of being completely wiped out. The entire team starts to panic, realizing that this new boss has the ability to summon other wild beasts. After 8 minutes, a powerful roar shakes the battlefield. 5 minutes later, a player known only as I'm Wild successfully destroys the southwest eye of the formation. Then, Lu Chen asks, choose board number 2. While he grins, feeling satisfied with his progress, he thinks about how great it is to not only kill enemies, but also steal healing potions and snatch bosses. So he considers it a perfect opportunity to accomplish multiple goals at once and immediately moves on to his next target. Some random player encourages everyone to work harder, knowing that they must be careful of the boss's abilities. Luchen warns the team about its dangerous skills, especially the way it absorbs mana. The Hellhound boss continues to drain mana and convert it into health, making it even more terrifying than the previous bosses. An hour passes and Lu Chen realizes that he has already snatched 5 formation eyes on his own. And finally, another player, Imperial Prince, destroys the east eye of the formation. A sudden system notification interrupts his thoughts. He discovers that he has collected all the cubs of the 4 ancient fierce beasts, Hat, Yudo, Hellhound, and Chimera. This unexpected achievement activates a hidden quest called Ultimate Fierce Beast. The quest description reveals an important task. He must use any combination of the 4 ancient spirit beasts to begin. To complete the trial, he needs to overcome the lingering echoes of the 4 ultimate beasts within 24 hours. If successful, he can obtain either a summoning stone or a cub of one of the ultimate beasts. As he scrolls through the list, the names make him pause. Fenrir, the Wolf of Twilight; Ninob, the Shadow Dragon; Urangander, the Serpent Beyond Worlds; Kraken, the giant sea creature of the north. He hesitates, knowing that each carries immense power. After a moment, he makes his choice. He locks onto Ninob, the Shadow Dragon. The system instantly confirms his selection, and the Ultimate Beast quest officially begins. The next step requires him to place the summoning stones or cubs of the 4 ancient beasts onto the corresponding stone pillars. A thought crosses his mind. He wonders if this is like the secret realm prayer, where once something is placed, it cannot be taken back. Lu Chen is stunned as he realizes he must face all 4 beasts at once. He wonders how he can overcome such a challenge. He considers that the beasts might help him and recalls that the evil wolf excels at combos, while Vinifineer can split into multiple forms. In addition, he remembers that the Hellhound absorbs mana and the Chimera can stun enemies. He believes these abilities may give him a chance to succeed. He then calls for the first beast to join the fight. Soon, Lu Chen experiences a powerful magic attack that delivers a massive blow in one hit. He reflects that without the help of the 4 fierce beasts, he and his minions would have been defeated long ago. Moving quickly, he directs everyone to spread out and retreat to a safe area. Unexpectedly, the spider silk wrap skill manages to bind the boss for almost a second, surprising everyone. He wonders about the unexpected strength of the skill, which he once thought to be useless. Now he sees it as a divine power. As the battle intensifies, he instructs the Hellhound to absorb mana and the Chimera to deliver a quick stun. The conflict takes its toll, with critical hits and poison damage affecting both sides. He notes that the enemy still has 500 million health points, and he realizes that the battle will last a long time. An hour later, the struggle continues near the northeast eye of the formation. A player observes that the people of the Imperial Dynasty act strangely, deliberately separating the team from the stone pillars. He wonders about the possibility that the Imperial Prince intends to break their agreement. The team feels the tension rise as they realize the original plan was for 1 reward per person. They suspect that the Imperial Prince may try to claim all the rewards for himself. Another player orders them to gather close to the stone pillars, believing that the Imperial Dynasty might use dishonest tactics to gain an advantage. The Imperial Prince asks the players to stand united in the spirit of the war gods, feeling confident that even the wicked beasts they face will ultimately fall to their dynasty. In the midst of the chaos, the Imperial Prince successfully destroys the east eye of the formation, triggering the selection of Reward 2. A system message confirms that the server-wide quest has been completed and that humanity has fully resisted the fierce invasion. The team senses that the hidden dungeon is not over yet and waits patiently for the next phase and its rewards. Anger and determination fill the air as players denounce the Imperial Dynasty. Feeling that they are not in the same boat, they wonder about the tactics of the Imperial Prince, who secretly snatches the reward meant for their side. After finally escaping the battle, a player feels disappointed that he did not acquire any divine beasts and admires only Unveiled for collecting 5 on his own. He wonders about the wild beasts that remain inside, questioning if they will rush out soon. Meanwhile, a player calls upon his allies, urging the Imperial dogs to rally to his side. Another player accuses the Imperial Prince of secretly snatching the second reward, which they agree would belong to their faction. Determined to reclaim what is theirs, a player rallies the people of War God to launch an attack against the opposing forces. The Imperial Prince enforces a strict rule, ensuring that no one can log out by force with a PK status. He warns that any pet caught in the process will explode. At the same time, he wonders about the identity of the one still looting the hidden dungeon and feels irritated by the delay. Finally, the moment arrives when he successfully kills the elusive enemy. Outside the entrance of the Lost Eden, chaos erupts as warriors and guild members clash. Someone among them realizes that the people of the dynasty have stolen the divine beast of the war god, triggering the uproar. Confusion spreads among the onlookers, who wonder why everyone is fighting so fiercely. Shuan Yuan observes the unfolding conflict. However, another fight breaks out nearby, this time over the divine beast of the slaughter immortal. Don't waste time watching, one player says. Hurry up and join the fight. Meanwhile, a group of fighters strategizes among themselves. They notice that the system keeps announcing updates, almost as if guiding them toward their next target. One of them realizes that this might be a sign of who they should rob, igniting excitement among them. Believing that the drop rate must be high, their leader encourages them. You're all skilled. Let's seize this opportunity. As the battle intensifies, another faction rallies together. For the sake of our guild's divine beast, we must break through the opposing forces. In the middle of the chaos, Lu Chen emerges victorious, securing another her cub. His success triggers a system notification announcing that he has completed the ultimate beast quest and unlocked the legendary hidden quest, Divine Blood Demon Seed. Lu Chen checks his system notifications and realizes the difficulty of his newly unlocked quest, Divine Blood Demon Seed. To complete it, he must finish the ultimate beast and ultimate evil beast quests and clear 3 hidden dungeons, Twilight of the Gods, Demon Temple, and Coast Valley. Additionally, he needs to collect 4 ultimate beasts, the Hack Dragon Nidab, the world-ending wolf Fenrir, the Dust World Python Jurong, and the North Sea giant monster Kraken. Looking further, he notices another requirement, collecting 4 ultimate evil beasts, Typhon, Hellhound, Medusa, and the 100-headed dragon, Leden. However, his progress is still at 0 for this part. With none of the dungeons completed yet, he realizes how insane the quest difficulty is. The Lost Eden quest ends, and he finds himself teleported to the entrance of Lost Eden. As soon as Lu Chen arrives, he notices a battlefield where 1,000 players are engaged in fierce combat. He wonders what they are all fighting for. Panic spreads among the players as some realize that something has escaped from Lost Eden. The creature's name is so long that it becomes difficult to read, and its presence alone causes chaos. Players are being struck down one after another, and many desperately try to flee. The situation becomes so overwhelming that Lu Chen decides it's better to retreat before it's too late. He finally regroups with his team, and with a sense of relief, he acknowledges that they have made it out safely. The prince of the dynasty desperately tries to escape, but his pursuers refuse to let him go. Lu Chen watches the chase and wonders how things escalated to this point. Realizing where they are, Lu Chen smirks, knowing that this is his home turf. He decides that if he doesn't clean up the mess, he would only be letting himself down. The imperial prince declares that Lu Chen is a despicable villain who won't leave this place alive. Another player, furious at the prince of the dynasty, calls him a liar and curses him. Lu Chen suddenly understands why the system kept announcing who destroyed the array. It was never just a battle. It was a way to encourage everyone to rob each other. He realizes that whatever they are fighting over must currently have a 100% drop rate. Afterwards, Lu Chen calls for his team to follow him, hoping they can grab the last one as well. Rushing forward, he is relieved to see that the last target hasn't been taken away yet. His team notices that the enemy doesn't have much HP left and urges everyone to move quickly before he escapes. They shout to burst him down before it's too late. The boss from earlier reappears, stronger than before. Panic spreads among the players as they realize just how powerful this place truly is. Desperation fills the air as some start to doubt whether they can make it out alive. Finally, Lu Chen announces that he has collected them all. As Luchen stands victorious, a system notification pops up, congratulating him for collecting all the evil beast cubs. This achievement activates the hidden quest, Ultimate Evil Beast. However, there's a catch. The quest will expire in just 5 minutes. Once accepted, it must be completed within the given time. Reading through the quest details, Lu Chen realizes that it takes place in the Misty Forest. It is a limited time, unique, and non-repeatable quest. To complete it, you must choose one of the 4 ultimate evil beasts and enter the Phantom Beast Array to slay its command soul. The quest must be finished within 24 hours. The reward, either a Phantom Beast Summoning Stone or a cub of one of the ultimate evil beasts. Recalling his past experience, Luchen feels confident that this time should be much easier. Without hesitation, he accepts the quest and heads straight into battle. 2 hours later, exhaustion finally catches up to him. He takes a deep breath, feeling drained after the intense fight. Task complete, he decides to sell all the equipment he has gathered. Satisfied with his progress, he loves off, ready to finally get some well-deserved sleep. After selling his batch of equipment, Lu Chen checks his earnings and estimates that his savings should now be around 1 million. With excitement, he thinks about surprising Lu Yi with a new house. However, his joy is interrupted when he notices 16 missed calls. A sense of unease washes over him as he wonders if something has happened to Lu Yi. Without wasting time, he calls back and finds Lu Ye frustrated over the gang. He explains that their guild has become a target of the dynasty. No matter where they go, whether in the wild or even neutral zones, the dynasty players continue to bully them. Half an hour passes as Lu Chen listens and reassures her. His words seem to help. Lu thanks him, saying that talking to him has made her feel much better. Lu Chen expresses regret that Lu Yi doesn't play games, wishing they could interact in the virtual world together. Wanting her to rest, he tells her not to worry and assures her that better days will come soon. However, as he ends the call, his expression darkens. His situation is too special, and revealing everything to Lu Ye might not be the best choice for now. But one thing is clear: if the dynasty dares to mess with his sister, they will pay the price. The next day, Lu Chen wakes up feeling refreshed. As he moves his leg, he notices that it has almost fully recovered. A wave of excitement washes over him. He's finally going to be normal again. Checking his progress in the Empyrean God Realm, he realizes he is now at level 14. If he keeps leveling up at this pace, he estimates that just 3 more levels will be enough to bring him back to full strength. He marvels at how different it is from ordinary games. Everything about the Empyrean God Realm feels magical, almost too real to be just a virtual world. Afterwards, he assigns tasks to his subordinates. 3 idiots and 7 heads are given responsibility for 10 little monsters, ensuring they each take care of one without letting them die. With everything settled, he decides to step out and take a walk. The wild area stretches endlessly before him, making it difficult to locate any members of the dynasty. Lu Chen considers asking for help. Lu reaches out for assistance, calling upon his connections to locate the dynasty guild members. He contacts the Iron Blood Guards, a well-known group, and asks if they can help track down his targets. They agree, assuring him that their people will keep an eye out. The moment they spot any dynasty members, they will send him their location. Grateful for their support, Lu Chen thanks them. The Iron Blood Guards respond casually, reminding him that if he comes across any good equipment, he should notify them first. They promise to offer him a good price in return. Lu Chen acknowledges the deal. Just 5 minutes later, the first lead comes in as Lu Chen prepares to take action. A powerful boss appears out of nowhere, leaving him completely stunned. He wonders where it came from and why it had to show up now, of all times. Frustration builds inside him as he realizes that his double exp is now at risk. He refocuses on his main goal, helping Lu solve her problem. To truly protect her, he needs to become a powerful figure she can rely on. However, there's a major obstacle in his way. He must have a proper human identity in the game. Recalling the mechanics of the reputation shop, he remembers that the requirement for obtaining skins is to kill over 1,000 monsters of the same kind. Once the requirement is met, the corresponding skin becomes available for exchange. A sudden thought crosses his mind. Do players count as monsters? Checking his human skin acquisition progress, he sees that he has already defeated 439 out of the required 900. A spark of excitement rushes through him as he realizes that it actually works. This means he can finally help his sister with a clear conscience. However, 10 hours later, the grind turns out to be far harder than he anticipated. Frustration mounts as he curses the game developers, convinced that they only exist to make players suffer through endless grinding. Afterwards, Lu Chen decides to take a break. He shifts his attention elsewhere, wondering how Lu is doing. He reaches out to check on her. Lu's frustration is clear as she vents. The dynasty members harassed our guild again today. Their constant bullying is getting out of hand. It's unbearable. Lu Chen reassures her, "Don't be angry. I have a solution." He pauses before continuing. "I know a master who might be able to help." Louis is skeptical. "Where did you meet such a powerful player?" Lu Chen remains vague. "Don't you trust your own brother?" He insists. This person is truly skilled. They can handle the situation. However, Lu finds it hard to believe. How could you, who doesn't even play games, know someone like that? Before she can question further, Lu Chen cuts her off. "Stop talking. Just give me your game ID." Reluctantly, she gives in and provides her username. He reassures her one last time, "Rest easy. Leave all the trouble to me." Deciding that it's best not to reveal his true identity just yet, Lu Chen adds her as a friend anonymously. If she finds out that only Unveiled is actually him, it might be too shocking. A notification pops up. Friend request to love brother the most successfully sent. Lu, using his anonymous identity, reaches out to Lu and introduces himself as a friend of her brother. He calmly acknowledges the trouble her guild is facing and offers to help. Lu quickly explains the situation, frustrated. Dynasty Guild's Little Dancer has brought people to block the Neutral Zone's quest NPC. Their only goal is to prevent our guild from completing quests, not to grind or progress themselves. Liu finds their strategy laughable. Lu, equally annoyed, agrees. "It's disgusting," he says, venting about how terrible their behavior is. However, Liu realizes that if he shows up in the neutral zone right away, it will cause a major commotion. Instead, he reassures Lu and asks for her location, promising to come after finishing a quest. She tells him, "We're in Storm Main City's H3 area right now, next to the NPC Siren." Taking advantage of the situation, he asks, "Do you know where the Dynasty's main force is currently?" She informs him, "They're grinding a small boss today in 100 Beast Mountain, specifically the Spotted Leopard King." He acknowledges the information and promises, "I'll be there soon." Lu offers, "I'll record a video of the exact location to ensure you don't get lost." Lu Chen was concerned about needing a few more kills to complete his human skin acquisition progress, but fate has delivered his targets straight to him. Since the Spotted Leopard King isn't far from his current position, he carefully watches his surroundings, knowing the boss is about to die soon. As Dynasty Guild prepares to take control, their leader commands, "Team 2 and Team 3 stand guard. No player is allowed to approach. Anyone who dares will be killed on sight." A terrifying presence looms over the battlefield. It's the boss from Lost Eden once again. Shock spreads among the players as they struggle to comprehend why it has returned. Some wonder if it holds a grudge against them, refusing to let them go. Black Burton moves unpredictably, making it difficult to track. The Imperial Prince finds himself targeted and panics as the boss relentlessly chases him. He desperately questions why the creature won't leave him alone. The rewards turn out to be disappointing. Instead of valuable equipment, the boss only drops some healing medicine, leaving everyone frustrated. Meanwhile, Lu Chen receives a notification, a video message from Lu. A sudden curiosity sparks within him as he wonders what she looks like in the game. For some reason, he finds himself eager to see her avatar. Moments later, another message comes in. Louis informs him that the Dynasty Guild members seem to have left. She optimistically believes they might be able to complete their quest without needing his help. It was a trap, Louis says. A sinister voice taunts Lu and her guild members. One of them demands that she kneel down and call them grandma 3 times if she truly wants to complete her quest. They recognize her game ID, Love Brother, the most. Sarcastically, they question where her beloved brother is to save her now. Their words quickly turn into violent threats. They will kill her. Rage boils inside Lu Chen. He activates the human skin exchange. His mind locks onto one name, Little Dancer. Lu Chen watches as his skin transforms. He admires his new appearance, convinced that he looks more handsome than before. For so long, he has longed to be normal. And now, with this transformation, he finally feels human. If he keeps his name hidden, he believes he can blend in perfectly, a true wolf in sheep's clothing. Meanwhile, Lu Yi, feeling frustrated and in a bad mood, decides to log off. She leaves a quick message for her anonymous friend, promising to contact him later. As Lu Yi leaves, Lu Chen wonders if her little sister has lost her mind. He shifts his focus elsewhere. His next destination is the level 10 main city, where something important might be happening. Before heading out, Lu Chen carefully changes his equipment, wanting to avoid drawing unnecessary attention. Lu Yi logs off from the game, but the frustration still lingers. Elsewhere, Xie finds some comfort in a conversation with a companion. The boss and the others have gone out to eat, but they will return soon. Once they do, they will all help Xie get revenge. Hearing this, Xie wonders if the boss really said that. Previously, they were called Little Dancer, but now, things have changed. However, the matter at hand is personal. A direct conflict between Xiao Yi and Xiao Wu. If others get involved, it will no longer be a simple dispute, but a full-scale team grudge. Afterwards, the companion says the Imperial Guild is massive. We doubt such a powerful group would stoop so low. Surely, they wouldn't act shamelessly over something like this. Then Xiao Yi says, I hope not. Lu encounters a level 11 monster called the Ghost-Face Beauty. Its unique appearance catches his attention, but he quickly decides to take it down in a single hit. As he moves forward, he notices someone nearby and wonders if they are alone. Before any fear can settle in, reassurance comes from a group willing to help. To his surprise, he recognizes one of them, Halu Xiang, the beauty who helped him before. She is also playing Empyrean. This unexpected reunion sparks curiosity. Someone asks about shoulder pads. If you have them, I plan to sell them and split the money, she says. Everyone in the group agrees to follow Sister Langu's lead, trusting her judgment. One of them notices that Lu Chen is wandering alone in the wild and wonders if he lost his guild. His response comes without hesitation. This person is a lone wolf, not belonging to any guild at all. While most players aim to eliminate one enemy every 10 steps, this person seems to be kneeling to someone every 10 steps instead. The remark feels harsh. A flustered response follows, dismissing it as a mistake. Something not worth mentioning. Curiosity lingers and more questions arise. Which guild do they belong to? How do they manage to get past the poison mist forest? Their equipment looks rare and difficult to obtain. The reply is straightforward. They don't belong to a guild either. Instead, they paid someone to guide them through the dangerous forest. A counter question follows. Weren't you in the same situation as well? Lu Chen steps into the main city and is immediately overwhelmed by the sheer number of people around him. He has never seen such a crowded place before, but a companion quickly dismisses his surprise. Compared to the main city before the server split, this is nothing. Back then, it was even more packed than the newbie zone, with players everywhere. As they move forward, something catches their attention, the Twin Tower ranking. The list has remained unchanged for a long time, showcasing the strongest players in the game. Everyone entering or leaving the city admires these top-ranked players, and envy fills the air. Among them, Chin Hitov holds the first place spot. His reputation as a professional fighter is well known, and his incredible physical reaction speed makes him unbeatable. Another character says no wonder he remains at the top, but what about the others? Level, equipment, reflexes, and game mastery. All of these factors influence the rankings. The list could change at any moment. The forums are filled with discussions about this leaderboard, with top players and guilds fiercely competing to secure a spot. The battle for recognition is intense, making it a dream for many players to one day see their names on the list. Realization dawns on Lu Chen now that he has entered the main city. Could he also aim for the leaderboard? Before he can entertain the thought further, someone cuts him off, telling him not to get ahead of himself. There's only one person who truly dominates, and that is I'm Wild. Fortunately for Lu Chen, he isn't that person, so all he can do for now is admire the rankings from a distance. A suspicious glance is cast in his direction. His ID is hidden, prompting someone to question if he is actually Wild. He quickly denies it, but his rare equipment gives him away. Before the teasing continues, someone steps in to end the conversation. There's no time for this. They need to go buy medicine. At that moment, Sister Langyu arrives. The group's attention shifts to an interesting topic, forming a guild. She brings up the idea, wondering if they should create one. The suggestion catches everyone off guard. An actress abandoning her career to lead a guild in a game. The thought sounds absurd at first, but someone points out that it makes sense. Sister Langyu has never liked the industry's producers. No wonder she's so stunning. She was an actress all along. As Lu Chen continues exploring, he finally gets a closer look at the Twin Towers themselves. The challenge auctions catch his eye, one for solo players and another for guilds. Since he doesn't belong to a guild, he decides to try the Immortal Tower on his own. Before he can proceed, an arrogant voice interrupts him. A player steps in his way, their gaze condescending. A mocking remark follows. Watch where you look. Good dogs, after all, don't block the path. Another voice jumps in, chastising the newcomer for daring to block the path of Boss Chingy. It's a name that carries weight, the voice continues. Chingy Tog is the undisputed ruler of Storm City. His reputation alone is enough to make others step aside without question. Since Lu Chen is new to the main city, he should learn his place. Whenever he sees them, he should step aside. The whispers spread through the crowd. The legendary three masters are preparing to challenge the Immortal Tower once again. Xingyi, Yubing Valley Master, and Long Tenyin. These three have dominated the top spots for ages. Speculation begins. Can they finally break through the fourth floor? The foreign server has already done it. Meanwhile, Lv.1 is offline. With time to spare, Lu Chen decides to attempt the challenge, wondering just how far he can go. A curious glance shifts toward the newcomer who applied for the challenge. Confusion lingers. He just arrived in the main city, yet he dares to take on the Immortal Tower. The doubt is instant. How can someone so new even think about challenging the top contenders? His equipment is garbage compared to theirs. The public screen lights up, ready to display the results from 4 different rooms at once. Laughter bursts among the people. Surely, this newcomer will be humiliated. His hidden ID only adds to their suspicion. He must be terrified. A bet is placed among people that he won't last more than 20 seconds. The newcomer boldly announces his application for the Immortal Tower Challenge. The system immediately acknowledges his request, declaring him a brave one. Gasps ripple through the crowd as the bold newcomer actually steps into the Immortal Tower. No one expected him to follow through. Despite the surprise, some quickly dismiss him, urging others to ignore the fool. The real focus should be on the 3 powerhouses and whether they can break the record. Even Fong Yang, who ranks 4th, doesn't dare to challenge them. Yet his unknown player walks in without hesitation, whether it's bravery or something else. Amidst the discussion, a familiar face recognizes the challenger. Someone squints in disbelief. Was that anonymous brother who just entered? A second glance confirms it. There's no mistake. Another voice chimes in, clearly frustrated. If anonymous brother wanted to take on the tower, he should have asked for help first. Others assume he is just a clueless newcomer who wandered into something beyond his understanding. Now, things have taken a turn for the worse. His performance will be displayed on the same screen as the 3 strongest players, making him a guaranteed target for humiliation. As the challenge begins, the public screen updates instantly. Chingy Tiag, 1 second. Yubing Valley Master, 0 seconds. Long Tang John Tian, 1 second. Something is missing. Only anonymous brother has yet to display his results. The crowd grows restless. Why isn't his screen showing? Is he too? They mock him, assuming he must have failed so badly that he's hiding his data. The crowd shifts its attention back to the screens, eager to analyze the combat videos of the 3 great masters. Observing their skills is a rare opportunity, and many hope to learn something valuable from their techniques. Meanwhile, one determined challenger vows to surpass his previous record this time. Someone takes note of Anonymous Brother's performance. He manages to last 15 seconds, far longer than expected. Though his equipment is unimpressive, his skills show promise. A discussion sparks. Should they invite him to their team? A few agree. One person even comments he looks good, making the idea even more appealing. Suddenly, another update appears after 2 minutes. The disbelief spreads. How is this possible? A complete newbie lasting this long is unheard of. Some speculate that he must have studied the Immortal Tower beforehand. However, others immediately dismiss that theory. Studying alone is useless at this level. The Immortal Tower is reserved for the top 10,000 players in the entire server. No amount of research can replace actual combat experience. The only explanation, he must have found a bug. But then, 3 minutes pass. At this point, the first floor should have ended. Yet, Anonymous Brothers' timer continues to increase. Confusion turns into shock. What is happening? Why hasn't he moved to the next floor? Meanwhile, inside the tower, Dingwang Teiyi selects the next floor, only to find himself stuck. Something is off. No matter what he does, he remains on the first floor. Moreover, anonymous players make the best of it. With a grin, he starts farming, eliminating level 10 silver wolves one after another. The loot rolls in and gleefully counts his earnings. Broke as he is, this unexpected opportunity turns into a gold mine. As Anonymous Brothers steps into the second floor of the Immortal Tower, he is greeted by level 11 Shadow Cats. Frustration flickers across his face as he mutters complaints about the game's unfairness. But instead of backing down, he takes action. He kills a level 11 Shadow Cat and gains 200 copper coins. A grin spreads across his face as he realizes the potential. The coins keep coming and he welcomes more enemies with open arms, eager to farm as much as possible. 4 minutes pass and the system forcibly moves him forward. Another notification appears announcing that he has stayed on the second floor for over 4 minutes and is now being pushed into the third floor. Stepping onto the new battlefield, his focus shifts to his earnings, almost 40 silver coins. This tower is turning out to be a money-making paradise. Outside the tower, chaos spreads among the spectators. The realization that Anonymous Brother has reached the third floor stirs confusion and suspicion. Some claim the floor must be bugged, unable to accept that a so-called newbie could progress this far. Others struggle to process the situation, trying to make sense of his survival. A voice rises above the noise, confirming what many are beginning to suspect. The one who entered was indeed Anonymous Brother, the voice declares, and the undeniable truth settles in. He is far stronger than anyone had imagined. 2 minutes pass, then 2 minutes and 38 seconds. Shock spreads further as players begin to question what is happening with the system. The delay between floors seems unusual, but for Ding Tag, this small rest between levels becomes a much-needed advantage. Another system update flashes across the screen, announcing that he has lasted over 4 minutes on the third floor and is now being pushed into the fourth floor. The difficulty spikes immediately. Within moments, his struggle is apparent. The timer barely reaches 38 seconds before his limits are reached. His body strains. His movements slow. Exhaustion begins to take over. Moreover, the battle on the fourth floor pushes everyone to their limits. Chinny Tog, the top-ranked player, lasts 48 seconds before being defeated. The crowd bursts in admiration, praising his skills and calling him the true #1 player. Many declare him their idol, amazed that he was the first to reach the fourth floor. Meanwhile, something feels off. Yuming Valley Master and Ling Jian, the second and third ranked players, remain silent. The crowd notices their unusual reaction and wonders about the reason behind it. Some turn their attention back to the rankings, trying to figure out what could be. While Tavi's time is confirmed at 48 seconds, the timer is still running. Confusion turns into shock as players check the display again. The time should have stopped, yet it keeps increasing. This is not just a mistake. Someone is still fighting. Anonymous Brother, the mysterious challenger who entered with barely any recognition, is still fighting on the fourth floor. Lu Chen gets 400 coins for one monster only, which makes him very excited. After continuing the game, he earns 63 silver coins. So in total, he has about 150 silver coins. A notification pops up stating that he has stayed on the fourth floor of the Tower of Immortals for more than 4 minutes and is now forced to enter the next floor. Shippa finds the Anonymous Brother way too strong. Halido is also confused, seeing how he could do that. They are worried that he might be killed by a level 11 Moonlight Silver Wolf, and they think the people in the city are going crazy. Everyone seems amazed to see Lu Chen reach the 5th floor, as he is the first one to do so. They are talking about the person possibly being a newbie. Someone tells them that Unveiled is not a newbie, as no one has ever seen him. Liggy announces that only Unveiled is there, while at the same time, a notification from Lu Chen appears saying that someone has reached the 5th floor. He plans to take a look afterward. Since Lu Chen has hidden his identity, no one is able to recognize him. Revealing it would be inconvenient, and he also can't clear that many floors is too exaggerated. So, the 5th floor is enough for him. After 2 minutes and 19 seconds, he achieves 200 silver coins. That is the time for him to leave. But when he is about to leave, there are a lot of people around him. Shibu asked him, "How did you reach the 5th floor? It's unbelievable for us. Can you teach us the way you did it?" Lube replies, "All I have to do is run. Just keep running." Chin Yang Taj argues, "It's impossible to do that with just movement skills." And with Lu Chen's equipment being so trash, how did you manage it? Who are you? Everyone starts shouting maybe he's cheated or exploited a bug. Since it's their territory, they demand that he explain himself. Luchen has no obligation to answer their questions, but he says one thing: don't shout or scream. This is not your territory anymore. Ching Taj claims that guy is the only player in our main city. Such a person can't have a simple identity. The people around him are shocked, thinking, could he be from the wilds? The people of Qingyi Wuang didn't even dare to speak up. One of them goes to the forums to ask if there's any insider news. The girl asks, Luchen, register your guild. It will increase your mana cultivation speed by 1.2 times. Vote for him. Joining a random guild is impossible as his goal is the reward manor. He is thinking of creating a guild himself, but he needs at least 4 people. So he remembers that Lang Nuo, Shibu, and Huo want to create a guild. He goes to them and tells them he's making a guild primarily for the reward from the Demon Ceiling Tower. If they help, they can join any other guild later and leave at any time. But Hello refuses, saying they can't help him. Luchen explains, I will go in by myself, but I won't let you help me. And if anyone bullies you, I will help you out and also get you a chance to earn some equipment. Lei now agrees to help him, but on the condition that they don't need any reward or compensation. They go to the registration desk, where they are asked to pay 50 silver coins to register. Hello asks, how could we have so much money after just passing the poison fog forest? Luchen tells them to just sign as he has the coins with him. The people there think the anonymous brother must be very rich. 5 minutes later, they complete the registration procedure and Madwave Guild is officially established. So, Lu Chen can go and challenge the Demon Ceiling Tower. Leino requests that Lu Chen allow them to come with him, as they might be a little weak, but they can still share some of the damage. However, he refuses and tells them all there are so many spectators. Don't you all need to level up? Why are you all so idle? Everyone is shocked. He went there all alone, even though the Demon Tower is meant for guilds. They think that Lu Chen has come to the right place. A notification pops up. Madwave Guild has a score of 0 minutes and 11 seconds, and Lu Chen is on the first floor. Hayo is worried. Will Lu Chen be able to pass the first floor? The Demon Tower has guild bosses. Shabu, observing Lu Chen's attitude, feels that since he is so determined he can win. Lino now has faith in Lu Chen, believing that he is going to win. 4 minutes later, Lu Chen reaches the second floor, which amazes everyone. Even though he's alone, how could he have reached there? It's unbelievable. The girl tells the one playing the game, someone has broken the record of Qingyi Towag in the Immortal Towers. Or maybe it's just me being wild, she adds. But he's an anonymous player. So it cannot be wild because she'd have seen a lot of people say that the anonymous player is clearing the Immortal Towers while I'm wild is in the live broadcast of Fun Ling. People say it started just because of her arrogance and they will take revenge for it. Lu Chen continues his gang and he's about to complete the 3rd floor. Shibu is amazed by seeing how Lu Chen has reached the 3rd floor and scored first. He is the one person who topped all the other guilds, which, according to Holuo, means that their Madwave Guild is the strongest. Lu Chen, after completing it, came back and everyone appreciates him. Lino asked him if he wants to go to the guild station to have a look, but Lu Chen refuses as he didn't intend to manage a guild since he doesn't have that much energy. Hello asked him if he will join them to level up together in the future. Lu Chen replies saying, if fate allows, then surely I will. He then leaves. Everyone there is discussing how he had 2 minutes and 4 seconds on the 3rd floor. They are guessing if this Madwave Guild is even better than Qingyi. According to them, the situation is going to change as Madwave is rising and will soon be the #1 guild. Shipu is excited that he is the elder of the strongest guild, and Sister Nuo is the vice leader of the strongest guild. Lang now feels so unreal that the strongest guild has only 4 members. It's an opportunity for them, since the leader doesn't care about the guild, so they can manage it themselves. They are trying to convince Lang No that their guild name is hanging on the big screen at the city gate, so they should expand it. Lang No is confused, unsure if it is right to do so, while Pluto explains to her that they are not doing anything inappropriate. They are not harming anyone's interests. Whoever wants to join can do so freely, and by that, they can level up together and do tasks. So Lang No asked Shibu to go and ask the anonymous brother if he agrees with that. Luchen is worried as he is in his real appearance. Lu might recognize him. He decides to buy a decorative mask and put it on. Sheba stops him and tells him that they want to manage the guild themselves. He gives them permission to do whatever they want, as he has no opinion on that. Shibu, hearing his words, is very happy and goes back. Luchen thinks about how Lu is doing. Ling Jianian from the Johnson Guild wants to settle the dispute and asks the long purple-haired girl to move aside, as they don't want to cause them trouble. The long purple-haired girl asked him to cause them trouble if he can. Ling asked her not to be condescending as their people didn't provoke her, and she started that without any reason. But she has her reason. She did not like her name and appearance, which is why she decided to beat her. Ling asked his people to charge and attack her. She tells her crown prince that everyone is trying to bully her. So he comes and asks them, who is so bold among them to dare to bully his woman? Lu panics as the crown prince of the dynasty has come. But Ling Jintian asks her not to panic and leave it to him. He introduces himself to the crown prince as Lin Jianchen from the Jane Guild and tells him that playing games will obviously cause some friction. So there is no need to escalate the conflict, he adds. The crown prince questions him. As you're saying not to escalate, do you really think I won't do that? He makes Ling realize that he is not afraid of his guild and tells him that the Jianshan Guild, according to him, is nothing but garbage. This makes Ling angry as he is saying too much about his guild. The crown prince threatens him. You can't pass that mission with me. So, Ling asked him what he actually wants from him. The prince then turns to the long purple-haired girl and asks what she wants from them. She demands that everyone kneel down, apologize to her, call her grandma 3 times. If they do, she will spare them. But they deny her request, stating it's impossible for them. The crown prince thinks she is underestimating him. He wants to show her up, so he starts fighting with her and calls himself formidable. According to Lu Yi, the crown prince is so strong that he could single-handedly fight their entire team. However, she encourages her manager not to worry and reminds him that they are fighting together as a team. The crown prince sees their unity as nothing but garbage. He blames Lu Yi, saying that it's all because of her that his friends died there. But he still gives her a chance. He asks her to kneel and beg for mercy from Wu. If she does, he will spare her. She refuses. Lu then asks Seo where the manager went. Sia replies that the manager went to find the boss of the Jianshan Guild in the hope that the guild can intervene. As Lu opens a chat, she learns that someone is looking for her. She decides to reply first. An anonymous user texts her that he has seen her online. He says he's on the way and will be there soon. But she tells him not to come as the main force of the dynasty and the crown prince are there. Still, he insists that they cannot stop them from their mission. She makes it clear to him again that the main force of the dynasty and their leader are guarding the NPC siren. Going there is just like asking to die. He tells her not to worry, as who will die is not certain. Then she asked him to wait, as her manager is trying to contact the guild boss. They should wait. Lan feels sorry for Lu as the guild boss doesn't dare to offend the dynasty. Instead, Lu feels sorry for them, as she is responsible for the trouble they are facing. She only asked about the mission, so Lu notifies them to leave the mission for now. She says to just go grind monsters and level up. She doesn't believe they will be guarding the NPC for a lifetime. She tells them not to mind and do whatever they have to do. She is going there first. Everyone talks about how hateful Xiao is, and even the crown prince is more hateful, even though they can't beat him. Lu Chen transforms his getup and goes to face the crown prince, where the crown prince asked him to get lost as he is in a bad mood. He asked him if he is the one bullying Love Brother the most and wants to know if he is there to avenge that little girl. The long purple-haired girl asks, is he your beloved brother or not? Lu Chen threatens them, saying, yes, I am that, and it's not too late. You can still apologize. This makes him angry as he wants them to apologize. They mock him, asking, are you mad or something? They also make fun of his equipment, telling him that he is very good at talking nonsense. Louis informs him that she is fine, telling him not to mind it and just let it go. But he refuses, thinking they are just a few pieces of garbage and that he can easily take care of the matter. The Imperial Crown Prince, after invading, mocks Lu Chen and Lu Yi. He mockingly asks, do you dare to oppose me? Do you think you are the only ones in the world? Wu laughs loudly, saying, this is my first time seeing such a pretentious person. As the Imperial Crown Prince continues mockingly laughing at their guts, a man from the Crown Prince's troops assures him, you don't need to do anything. I can finish him with one slash. The Crown Prince slightly orders him to let him die too easily. Seeing all this happening in front of them, Lu Yi holds Lu Chen's armor tightly and pleads with him. She worries that he should run away and inform him that the Crown Prince's men are all experts from the Imperial dynasty. Lu Chen assures her firmly that it is okay and claims that he always finishes what he starts. Just then, the Crown Prince's man attacks him with his weapon, still mockingly repeating his words. Lu Chen stands there, not even moving an inch. He only swings his weapon slightly towards the man and hits him with such force that the man's damage instantly becomes 0. Lucia stands there nonchalantly as everyone around him gasps in surprise. Wu asks the Crown Prince in shock, what kind of situation is this? The Crown Prince replies with equal surprise, maybe there is a bug in the system of the game. Meanwhile, Lu Chen calmly states, we should apologize or everyone will lie down here like the previous guy. The Crown Prince angrily exclaims, don't pretend. He glares at Lu Chen, his voice dripping with fury. With so many of my men ready to fight, we are not afraid of you. Not a single bit. The Crown Prince then orders his men to charge at Lu Chen. They all run towards him with their weapons, swinging them with full force. Lu Chen, however, only gives his weapon a light swing, dealing 1,935 damage to the front man and exceeding it to 25,581. In an instant, everyone who had been shielding the Crown Prince falls, leaving him standing alone with Wu and some remaining men and his troops in front of Lu Chen and Lu Yi. One of his men screams in surprise, shocked by the damage and how Lu Chen is smashing through one person after another. Wu, witnessing all of this, asks the Crown Prince, "What should we do next?" The Imperial Crown Prince simply orders, "Run, save your lives." Just then, Lu Chen jumps at them, shouting it's too late to run now, as he attacks the remaining men. The Crown Prince and Wu try to escape, but Lu Chen quickly catches up to them. Some onlookers, witnessing the chaos, recognize Lu Chen as the anonymous brother and begin murmuring among themselves. "What's he doing here?" they ask. One of the men watching informs the others Lu Chen ranked first in both the Immortal Tower and the Demon Tower. Yet someone dared to provoke him. Another question arose in surprise. Is he a monster because he got first place in both towers? Luchen is about to end him there, while the Crown Prince begs for his life, asking Luchen to spare him. Luchen starts saying it's my turn now, and hits the Crown Prince in the head, ending him right there and making his damage 0. Luchen turns toward Wu and demands an apology. Otherwise, our guild will never have peace. Wu obeys him in one go, nodding her head as she bows in front of him. She accepts that she's sorry, admits she was unreasonable, and asks for his forgiveness. Lu looks at this scene and states she has apologized, but gets interrupted by Lu Chen, who says it can't be over just like this. She has to be beaten a bit. Wu raises her head in surprise and gives Suishi an elite hammer to Lu Yi, stating, "This hammer is for her to show our sincerity." The people around them look at that and exclaim, "We're jealous. You can't buy this with money." Suishi is priceless. Lu takes the gift in gratitude as Xiaomi exclaims in happiness, wondering if Lu Yi knows such a powerful guy and how he single-handedly wiped out an entire guild. She asks her to introduce her to Lu Chen. Louis turns towards Lu Chen, who is still wearing a mask to hide his identity. "Thank you," Louis says, her voice filled with gratitude. She pauses for a moment, then asks politely, "Can you tell me who you really are?" Lu Chen, calm as ever, responds, "Call me nameless. I'm your brother's friend." Louis insists, "Please take the sushi that Wu gave me. It's a token of gratitude." But Lu Chen shakes his head. "I can't accept it," he says gently. "I haven't done anything to deserve it, and such a valuable gift would be a waste." Lu, determined, presses again. "No, please take it." He looks at her with a slight smile. "I don't even need a weapon like this. It would be a waste to throw it away." With a soft pat on her shoulder, Lu Chen adds, "From now on, your business is my business as well. Whoever dares to bully you, just call me." Saying that, he turns away and walks off. Xiaomi smiles at Lu, reassuring her, "Don't worry about anything from now on." At Reedy Peak, Lewin holds a baby werewolf in his hands, speaking to himself. "Man accumulation is so slow," he murmurs. "I wonder what effect the mana pill from the Immortal Tower will have." He ponders for a moment, then concludes, it's better to wait for tomorrow's distribution, and that the most important thing right now is to level up and get equipment. He orders his troops around, saying that it's time for them to collect equipment and level up. After roughly 2 hours, Lu Chen achieves level 15. He thinks to himself that after killing enough tiger demons, he has reached level 15 and unlocked the 4th level combo talent. Even though his attacks have almost doubled, he realizes it's time to check if there are any new dungeons to farm. He opens his server to check the current progress and discovers that the Korean server has the highest at level 14. They are raiding the level 15 dungeon, the Tiger King Cave, at a fast pace. He thinks to himself in shock, the Korean Three Saints Guild bet their dignity. They must be the first guild to clear the Tiger King Cave. He finds this whole ordeal interesting. Just then, an announcement pops up on the notification. The Three Saints Guild challenges all of China and vows to be the first to clear the Tiger King Cave. Luchen finds this amusing. The Three Saints Guild is pretty arrogant, he says, ordering his troops to follow him. Let's check out the Tiger King's cave in their dark lair. Xiaomi tells Lingju that the Korean side has started the Tiger King Cave Dungeon live broadcast, and it seems that they are trying to intimidate them. Lingju calls them arrogant as she sees for herself. Later opens the live broadcast and sees that they are at the highest level, 14, which is 1 level higher than their server. She admits that the Three Saints Guild really has some skills and that they are not bad at all. Xiaomi informs her that their server has no news about the Tiger King Cave and asks if they would be beaten by them. Linger anxiously replies to her, "It depends on whether only unveiled and anonymous brother will make a move." Just as Luchen enters the dungeon and starts taking over the Tiger King cave, a notification appears. It states that to hit the agile red sunstrict tiger, Luchen captures 2,712 points of spiritual energy from heaven and earth, obtains 2 pieces of third talent fragments, and gains 2 points of 3-star quality, extracting 2 pure mana. Luchen also obtains an item, Tiger Fang 1. Then he proceeds to kill another creature as another notification appears, showing that he killed the strong red sunstriked tiger. And again, he captured 2,712 points of spiritual energy from heaven and earth. He obtained 2 pieces of 3rd-level talent fragments and earned 2 points of 3-star quality. Luchen eventually acquired the item, Tiger Skin 3. He then proceeded to kill another creature, and after some time, another notification appeared. It showed that he had killed the robust red sunstriped tiger and again captured 2,712 points of spiritual energy from heaven and earth. He obtained 2 pieces of 3rd-level talent fragments and earned 2 points of 3-star quality once more. He then acquired another item, Exquisite Tiger Skin Boots, level 12 green. Following that, he obtained Tiger Skin +2 and Tiger Fang -2. He looked at the green item he had won and, in happiness, uttered that the dungeon experience is still high and the green equipment is worth picking up. He then opened the equipment slot to equip the item. Just then, another notification appeared showing that his physical defense was +21, his strength was +26, agility was +22, and his constitution was +26. And his movement speed increased by 8%. He attacks another tiger and claims, "These boots are amazing." He keeps fighting as he orders his troops to target altogether. He achieves another item, an Exquisite Tiger Skin Hat, level green, further increasing his abilities. Later asks Shia, "Have you translated the broadcast?" She hurries, "What are the attributes of the hat?" Shia responds immediately, "It's an Exquisite Tiger Skin Hat. It has a physical defense of 19, strength of 19, agility of 18, and constitution of 25. Later opens her mouth in shock, exclaiming, "This is too insane. The strength of the 3 Saints Guild has increased again." Xiaomei informs her the Korean side has started targeting them. They're saying they are the top guild. Lager adds, they're also claiming that China is all garbage. She wonders aloud, where is only unveiled or even anonymous brother in the dungeon? Another notification appears. Lu Chen has killed the Dark Moon Silver-Striped Tiger King, 18th level team dungeon boss, capturing 8,000 points of spiritual energy of all things. Obtained 2 pieces of 5th level talent fragments, obtained 2 points of 5-star quality, and extracted 2 pure spiritual energy. He raises the newly obtained weapon in his hand, screaming in excitement, "This is what I call a weapon." He is amazed by the crit damage. Luchen beats up the tiger. The pop-ups display, "You have killed the Gold Shadow Blade Tiger King, level 19 dungeon. You have captured 9,200 life points, obtained 2 5th-tier talent fragments, and 2 5-star quality points. In addition, he also obtains green Exquisite Tiger Skin leggings and Exquisite Tiger Skin felt hat of level 12. He looks at the prizes in disappointment, wondering, how did no blue items drop? Though the leggings are a new piece of equipment, so maybe they're not that bad. A pop-up then notifies him that by clearing the Tiger King's cave in less than 45 minutes, he has set a new record. It also warns that he has enraged the Shadow Gale Tiger and should be prepared. Another pop-up notifies him that if he exits the dungeon now, his current score will be his final score, and will be recorded on the server-wide Tiger King's Cave Dungeon leaderboard. However, if he chooses to accept the challenge, the dungeon time will be extended accordingly. After becoming aware of the information, he confidently utters, "There is a hidden boss. This should be the first hidden boss on the server." He encourages himself to hurry and go while wondering how the Korean server is doing. On the other hand, Ling Jae looks at the screen and wonders, have we been wiped 5 times already? This means the boss is really hard to beat. However, it looks like the 3 Saints are close. 3 minutes later, the 3 Saints finally manage to knock the tiger down. They celebrate in victory, exclaiming in joy, "We finally passed the first boss." One of the guys exclaims with happiness when he spots the 3 green items. He boasts, calling out to the China and Japan servers, "See clearly, the 3 Saints are the strongest." When Ling Ji sees them acquiring those items, she worriedly mentions, "This is trouble. With 3 green items, the 3 Saints are even stronger now." To which the other girl adds, "There's no way to compete. It's very hard to form such a team in China." The 3 Saints have level 14 players, and they still wiped many times. Still, there is no hope in the short term. Among the 2 boys, one of them questions, "Why am I wild and anonymous? Why don't they make a move on this?" The other boy asks, Can they really do what the three saints of Korea said? All talk and no action. Meanwhile, Luchen succeeds in knocking out the Shadow Gale Tiger. The pop-ups declare his accomplishments. He killed the Shadow Gale Tiger, level 18 team dungeon diamond level boss. He captured 10,200 life points, obtained 2 6-tier talent fragments, and 2 6-star quality points. Additionally, he received a level 15 blue-black iron shadow gold sword and the Shadow Gale coat. Excitedly, Luchen exclaims 2 blue items. Looking at the newly acquired Shadow Gale coat, he decides to check its attributes. His jaw drops in surprise. After reviewing its outrageous qualities, he declares, "This equipment is awesome." He then commands, "Put it on." Finally, he wonders aloud, "Where can I get new pants? I'm still wearing shorts." And they are totally not matching with his upgraded attire. The pop-up notifies that since he cleared the Tiger King's cave in less than 30 minutes, he has enraged the Frost War Tiger and is instructed to prepare himself to face its fury. Another note comes through stating the terms of either choosing to leave or stay as appeared before. When Lu Chen sees this, he gets frustrated and yells about getting another hidden boss. He has to wait for another 10 minutes now, which makes him hope that this second-level hidden dungeon can drop a pair of pants. On the Korean server, the three saints celebrate by getting new equipment and announce to everyone to be careful and try to pass it in one go. They cheer each other on, and one of them passionately claims that when they reach level 14, they will go hit it too. As long as we can beat the first boss and get equipment, we can start a virtuous cycle. Another agrees and adds, "We will kill the anonymous player on sight." Then, 12 minutes later, Lu Chen is fighting against the Frost War Tiger. As it throws ice blocks toward him, he dodges them, and thankfully claims how thick he is again. He hits the tiger with his whip. This results in the tiger being defeated. A pop-up then notifies him that he has successfully cleared the Frost War Tiger, a level 19 Diamond Tier Team dungeon boss, and gained 13,600 life points. He also obtained 2 Tier 6 talent fragments and 2 6-star quality points. In addition, he received a level 15 blue-black iron shadow gold sword, a dark frost cloak, and level 12 green exquisite tiger skin shoulder pads. Luchen looks at the newly acquired equipment and laughs with delight, admiring the Tier 6 fragments and the 2 blue items, exclaiming, "Awesome." However, when he reads the specialties of the frost cloak and notices the mention of pants, he sighs in disappointment. "So there really are pants," he mutters, wondering why he didn't get them. He suspects that maybe his time wasn't fast enough and the third hidden boss didn't appear. He decides he will give it another try later. Another pop-up appears declaring that he is the first to complete the Tiger King's dungeon and earns the title Tiger Catcher, which increases all basic attributes by 10%. Next. The following pop-up asks him if he wants to display his ID on the server-wide Tiger King's Cave Dungeon leaderboard. He refuses to display his ID. When the last pop-up notifies him that Lu Chen can enter the Tiger King cave again after 30 minutes, he decides to go out and grind monsters for the next half hour. He steps out of the cave and exclaims, surprised to see so many people outside. They all start chattering, admiring his equipment, and commenting on how awesome the blue cloak, blue top, and blue weapon look. One of them recognizes him and announces, if it isn't Brother Anonymous, they're impressed by how he cleared the Tiger King cave so fast. Lu Chen, however, feels uncomfortable being the center of attention and decides to leave. Why are there always a bunch of people watching me? He thinks, mumbling, "I'm out. I'm out." He sneaks away. The people discussed if it could be that Brother Anonymous soloed the Tiger King cave. One person replies that he guesses the Koreans were too arrogant, so Brother Anonymous took action. However, Lone Wolf suggests they stop guessing. Instead, he says, "Just watch and we'll know." He opens the leaderboard and questions how long the three saints took. One of them replies, "It is now 46 minutes and 24 seconds. They are fighting the last boss and ask about what happened to Lone Wolf. When the Koreans finally defeat the last boss, one of them boastfully states, "My time is 47 minutes and 44 seconds, addressing Chinese and Japanese viewers. Did you learn anything?" Meanwhile, another player agrees with him. Chinese players should study harem, he says. Another player shows off his acquired blue weapon, questioning them. Are you jealous? People on other servers look at how the Koreans boast and spitefully declare, this is too much. Do they have to be so arrogant over just a dungeon? Someone sadly exclaims, unfortunately, we can't handle it right now. Suddenly, a notification pops up on their screens and one of them announces to the others, quick, look at what Lone Wolf said. Lone Wolf has messaged the Koreans to open your eyes and take a good look at the leaderboard, which he shares in the next message. All their mouths drop and their eyes widen in disbelief and surprise as they look at how Anonymous is in first place with a record of 41 minutes. And one of them questions in disbelief, isn't Brother Anonymous? The leaderboard mentions it's from their district, China server. Lager confirms, of course it is. Who else could it be? Another player wonders in disbelief, did Brother Anonymous clear the Tiger King cave by himself? Out of hatred, the players on the China server refuse to believe that anyone could clear the Tiger King cave faster than them. They declare the photo is photoshopped and fake. There's no video, so who would even believe that? Lone Wolf smirks. Wait, he instructs. The official website said we could enter the Tiger King cave again after half an hour. Let's wait for Brother Anonymous to come back, and then we'll see for ourselves how he slapped your faces. Lager grabs Shan's hand. Let's go to the Tiger King cave and start a live stream. As she drags Shan with her, Shan agrees. Half an hour later, when Lu Chen returns to the entrance of the Tiger King cave and sees the crowd of players, he's shocked in disbelief. He wonders how many people are gathered here. The crowd begins to chatter while watching him. Brother Anonymous is here, and look, he's got all the blue equipment. As he walks forward toward the cave, the whispers grow louder. Lingji perks up from the crowd and thanks him for helping those Chinese players vent their anger. However, he does not say anything other than demanding to be excused and requesting them to make way. They all make way for him as if he is a king in their state. Lu Chen suspiciously wonders what these guys are doing if there is an event nearby. He has not seen any of the recent commotions between the servers. However, he reminds himself to forget it since he should hurry up and get some pants for himself as the current ones are too mismatched. The Chinese players again start yelling in excitement, announcing that Brother Anonymous is going to challenge the dungeon again, so they should start recording. They then call out to the Korean Three Saints to watch carefully how long it takes Luchen this time. On getting inside the Tiger King cave, Luchen orders the 7 heads and 3 idiots to be faster this time. After killing the first bear, he laughs, realizing he has leveled up, which means he can kill faster now. Lingji impatiently looks at the cave's entrance and hopes that Brother Anonymous can be faster this time. However, Shan informs her that not so good news came from the Korean side. The 3 saints lent their equipment to their brother, Golden Ding. And now they are live streaming Tiger King, so they must be aiming to surpass Brother Anonymous. After hearing this news, Lingji worriedly thought to herself, the Koreans now have equipment bonuses, so they must be faster than before. This could be troublesome. She silently rooted for Brother Anonymous in her mind. After knocking down one of the Frost War Tigers, thinking it was the last one, the Korean 3 Saints announced to their live stream, "It took us 39 minutes and 3 seconds. Did you see that? Do you know what this means?" One of them cursed at the Chinese players, boasting entering the 40-minute mark shows our strength. "You guys are just a bunch of trash." He mocked the Chinese players, taunting them to keep shouting. Lone Wolf and his partners have been following the live stream of the 3 Saints. He commented the Koreans borrow equipment from each other and team up. Brother Anonymous can't beat them this way. The others curse the Chinese players, their voices tense, whereas only I'm wild. He should hurry up and team up with Brother Anonymous to wipe them out. All the while, they remained oblivious to the serious Koreans versus the Chinese players. Chinese fights have been going on. Lu Chen stands there after defeating the Frost War Tiger, his previous best time now shattered. He sees the boss, the Blazing Burst Tiger, looking stronger and more fiery than the others. His eyes shine with hope as he wonders if he'll get new pants this time. Sure enough, there's a 3rd-level hidden boss. Lu Chen wishes for it to drop him a pair of pants. Finally, he manages to kill the Blazing Burst Tiger, a level 19 team dungeon boss at diamond level. He receives 14,800 points of spiritual energy, 2 6th order talent fragments, and 2 6-star quality points. Then, he obtains the item, Night Pants, level 15 blue. He jumps in the air elated. He finally got it. As for equipment, he also gets the Black Iron Ghost Gold Sword, level 15 blue, the Blood of the Blazing Tiger, 2 blue materials, the Tiger Head, purple material, and Tiger Cry, level 15 purple. Lu Chen shouts in disbelief. This guy dropped purple equipment. A notification pops up showing the Tiger King cave clearance time, which is 38 minutes 44 seconds, and congratulates him on breaking the best record of the Tiger King cave. His score will be recorded on the server-wide Tiger King cave clearance leaderboard. Lu Chen asks to show the pants in Tiger Cry attributes. It shows the Night Pants, level 15 blue. It contains the power of Blue Flame, True Fire Defense, Physical Defense 23, Spiritual Defense 8, Strength plus 29, Agility plus 32, Physique plus 38. The active skill continuously burns enemies within a 10-meter radius around you, causing spiritual power x10, 80 points of damage per second. It requires continuous consumption of mana, currently 10 points of mana per second. Tiger Cry, level 15 purple equipment, left hand King's Tears behind. Weapon type, dual sword. Attack, physical attack 37 to 43, strength plus 28, agility plus 34, physique plus 32. increases 11% critical strike chance and 80% critical strike damage. Its effect is Tiger Down the Mountain. It makes the next 3 attacks turn into a combo, triggering all the effects of the main body. Combo damage is 80% of the attack power. There is a 60-second cooldown. Right-hand attributes are almost the same as the left one. Its effect is Tiger Roar, which suggests making the next 3 attacks transform into spiritual power attacks. Lu Chen finds it so outrageous that dual swords, each with their own attributes, are almost equal to 2 weapons. Players begin chattering, saying it seems like this round Korea has won. It's been over 40 minutes. Liger didn't believe that, so she decided to check herself. As she opens the notification bar, it says that the China server-wide clearance leaderboard shows the first player, an anonymous player with a score of 38 minutes 44 seconds. The reward is blood of the blazing tiger. Lingji smiles in excitement and informs everyone that Anonymous Brother has refreshed the record of the Golden Ding Guild. She is freaking out. The Anonymous Brothers single-handedly defeated 2 top guilds from Korea. As Lu Chen shows up, the crowd starts chanting his name and pointing out the weapons and equipment he received. Everyone asked him if he can show his equipment. Liger also insists. Lu Chen agrees but requests Levy leave first. As he exits, he clicks on his equipment section and shows his tiger cry. Everyone in the crowd is stunned. It's dual swords, a first purple equipment on the server. They should kneel. Lu Chen mentions, "I'll be back in half an hour." Liger decides to wait for him to clean the dungeon next time. Lu Chen finds that dungeon really amazing. If anyone doesn't farm it to make money, they're stupid, he thinks. 40 minutes later, a player mentions the 3 Saints' second time is 36 minutes, 22 seconds. He wonders, can the Anonymous Brother beat it? Someone shouts, assuring, of course he can. He has purple equipment. Lu Chen rushes after the boss, eager to take it down. He uses the weapon and realizes it's really good to use. As he slaughters the king, a pop-up shows the Tiger King Cave clearance time minutes 31 minutes, 52 seconds. He broke the best record of the Tiger King Cave. Lu Chen chooses to remain anonymous. He smirks and asks sarcastically if there is another boss. But he realizes he's being too greedy. This time, dropping 23 pieces of green equipment, 11 pieces of blue equipment, 1 Tiger Cry, a bunch of materials, and 280,000 experience should be enough. Ligu gets excited about his new record, at which the purple-haired girl comments, Korea's 4 strongest guilds formed a 5-person team. They say they'll swear to surpass us. Lingji reassures her, next time, the Anonymous Brother will be even faster. 40 minutes later, Lu Chen shows up, at which Lingji comments, Anambro came out in less than 10 minutes. The other team members wonder if he made a mistake and got killed by the monsters, but they refuse to believe it. It's unlikely, as the monsters in front should be relatively weak. Lu Chen wonders if he's really going to be killed by his own stupidity. He checks the equipment, then says quit and counts it as completing the dungeon. The most valuable items are in the back, which really hurts his feelings. It's as if this trap was a waste. Lingji reassures him, don't blame yourself, you've done your best. Just then, she realizes that Chen mentions something about completing the dungeon. As she checks on it, his score appears as 9 minutes 32 seconds for completing it. Liger is in total shock right now. Someone from the crowd decides to post the progress on the Korean server. The post goes as follows. China server clearance leaderboard. First place, anonymous player. Leader score, 9 minutes 32 seconds. Reward, daily reward blood of the blazing tiger. A player mocks the Koreans in chat, asking if they saw that, mentioning Lu Chen's score. As they learn about it, they go crazy, realizing that person is faster than them, even after beating the bosses. Someone mentions that it's possible because the weird equipment they mentioned should mostly come from hidden bosses. One of their players falls into disappointment and requests to close the official website, or else they'll be scalded to death. The gap is just too big. They can't catch up no matter how hard they try. But Lu Chen is still disappointed even after achieving that huge reward. He can't believe he made such a low-level mistake. The rest of the players wonder, with such an amazing score, why is his brother, Anonymous, letting himself like this? They prefer accepting that type of mistake. Realizing he has soloed 4 times already and is level 17, Lu Chen decides to leave and sell the equipment first. A notification pops up. Due to an anonymous player completing Tiger King Cave within 10 minutes, the server will start double experience for 24 hours tomorrow at 10 o'clock. Lu Chen didn't expect it. There's also a surprise bonus. He plans to sell the equipment under the guild's name. White equipment will go for market price, while green equipment can be sold for more. It's the key time for dungeons. He wonders if the key lies in how to sell the blue and purple equipment. But this equipment requires level 15 to use. Selling them now would mean no one knows their true value. He refuses his thoughts and decides to wait until tomorrow, when double experience is activated. Next is the material, the reward blue material, Blood of the Blazing Tiger. He has no idea what it's for. As he opens the forum, he sees a lot of comments from players urgently seeking a job change. High prices are being offered for tiger skin, tiger bone, tiger gall, tiger claw, and tiger tooth. 100 RMABD each. Someone offers 150 for all kinds of tiger demon materials. Blood of the Blazing Tiger, negotiable. Another one offers the highest price on the whole network for job materials minus 200 each. Lu Chen realizes that so many people need these materials and the equipment can easily be sold. He has more than 1,000 of them. It turns out these materials are the most valuable. Lu Chen jumps with excitement. He is going to be rich. Every piece of equipment gets sold at very high prices, ones he didn't even expect. 15 minutes later, he hacks his phone and checks the message. It's 518,145 in his account. He made a fortune. He can't help but hide his excitement. He still has 17 Blood of the Blazing Tiger. 2 heads of the Blazing Tiger remain unsold. Having made so much money, he doesn't need to rest at all. He decides to go back to Renal Peak and bring the divine beasts. This way, his level can rise slower, making him farm and grind even more. Lu Chen gets a call from Liu. He wants to buy materials from him and offers to double the price. Lu Chen asks how many he wants. Liu requests 100 each of tiger teeth, tiger skin, tiger bones, tiger gall, tiger claws, and tiger hearts. He adds one more thing. Lu Chen's identity has been exposed. Someone will definitely look for him offline. He offers to help Lu Chen hide if he wants. Making so much money in one go, the Empyrean God Realm game is so hot. He better be careful. Lu Chen asked if he can help him and his sister for a while as a thank you, and the material price doesn't need to double. Liu agrees, reassuring him that unless someone knows him, no one can find him from the internet. As he cuts the call, Liu's partner gets worried. Once the server merges, they may be bullied. Right now, their national server and foreign server have a bit of a gap. Liu comments that it seems like they can only rely on Lu Chen now. The next day at 9:50 in the morning, Lu Chen has made a total of 2,340,000, plus the nearly 3 million he had before. It seems so awesome to him. 3 idiots and 7 heads are all level 17. The top 10 divine beasts are at the limit level 10. He plans to grind for a while longer, then log off to rest. Out of hatred, the Korean guild is now ready to surpass Lu Chen. Their guild master commands that today's mission is to make sure they do not let Brother Anonymous level up during the double experience time. He is always leveling up in the Tiger King cave. They must wait for him at the entrance. He orders the summoners to make sure to cast soul induction on him, so when he is running corpses, he can't request help or exit the battle. For the sake of Korea being able to surpass China in the future, we must complete this mission, he says. It would be best if we could loot his equipment. Everyone chants together, we will not disgrace ourselves. Lu Chen is now in serious danger. One of their players addresses the guild master as Razor, asking, can we leave that anonymous guy alone? He's clearing solo faster than our elite teams combined. Another one adds, only China has divine beasts. I don't know where they got them, but maybe they have hidden skills. Razor, with a proud smirk on his face, reassures them players from other countries will come too. As for the dungeon with divine beasts, we'll figure it out sooner or later. Yuki, one of their players, suggests they rush towards their mission. As the main force goes to harass the Chinese players, we are responsible for killing Anonymous, she says. Steve commands everyone to hide their IDs and kill the anonymous player. They all rush to crush Lu Chen and his Chinese server. Back in the forest, Lu Chen stays up all night. He decides to clear one more time and prepare to log off. There are people in the forest hiding and sneaking around, which is definitely not a good sign for him. 36 minutes later, Lu Chen grows tired, but doesn't want to log off. I'll just stay in the dungeon and take a nap first, he thinks. Korean players wonder why there are no movements. It's been more than 40 minutes, but Razor, completely unbothered and confident, reassures everyone. Our harassment strategy is very successful, he says. The Chinese won't be able to level up so easily. With that, they attack the Chinese servers. Later panics as another group of hidden ID players begins harassing other players. This has happened so many times before. She checks the official website. This kind of thing isn't happening in their region. The whole Chinese server is under attack. She guesses that these people must be from other servers. The foreign players are targeting them. Lingju and her guild members are also under attack. One of her guild mates gets furious at the number of people targeting them. How many do the foreign servers send? They wonder. Lingju's HP level is dropping gradually. At 4 o'clock in the afternoon, Razor laughs in pride. I didn't expect this, he says. All countries have a total of 400,000 delights to snipe China. It seems awesome to me. He wonders how they will level up. One of his players also adds his part, yelling, they think they're anonymous now. The Chinese can only bark. Meanwhile, Lingju wonders why Wild is not replying to her and where Anonymous has gone. As Lu Chen wakes up from a nap, he feels comfortable sleeping in the dungeon. He's just a bit hungry. When he opens his notification bar, he sees a flood of messages from Fun Lingju, which makes him panic. After reading those messages, Lu Chen learns that in order to prevent Chinese players from leveling up, foreign players are slaughtering them across the entire server. Not only that, but they are also guarding the corpses. They even went to the Chinese official website to mock them. Lu Chen burns with anger. He receives a call from Shi-Ai, who is out of the game. She informs him that the shards the guild just gave her exploded, and the previous poison mist leggings were also destroyed. Lu Chen questions her, asking, "Who did that?" She mentions the foreign players. Xiao Yi cries, revealing that the guild leader has high hopes for her. For the dull experience, she says, "He gave me all the good equipment and let me level up hard. But the equipment exploded. Now I'm afraid of how I'll explain it to my guild leader." Lu Chen calls her a silly girl and reassures her, "It's just a few pieces of equipment. It's not something you should cry over." But she states, "You don't understand. These are the guild's property. I have to give them to the next people after I use them." Lu Chen tries to make her feel better, but she continues to cry. "Those people are despicable," she sobs. "They're using skills to guard the corpses. I can't revive in the city. Once I'm revived on the spot, they continue to kill me." Lu Chen's anger strikes like thunder. "Tell me where your corpse is," he demands. "I'll have my friend save you." She is in the southwest of the 100 Beasts Mountain, coordinates 48-144, but she suggests that Lu Chen forget it and not let his friends take risks. He reassures her and returns to his game, filled with anger. Back there, Razor's teammates inform him that another team has come to save the anonymous brother. This time, it's a 400-person team. However, they have already gathered 800 elites, so they should have no reason to fear. Meanwhile, Lu Chen's guild members and other Chinese players take their positions to defend. One of his guild members suggests reviving on the spot. "If anybody gets killed, we must save Anonymous at all costs." With that, they charge toward the Korean players. She yells, addressing Sister Nuo, "We can't help. These Korean players are too strong. There are dozens of dark gold swords and a lot of blue equipment. We can't do anything at all." But Nuo suggests charging, hoping they can relieve some pressure for the anonymous brother. Just then, Lu Chen arrives. The entire battlefield falls into utter disbelief, and it falls silent as the anonymous brother steps onto the field. Razor's face turns crimson as he realizes who it is. He's the anonymous brother, and orders everyone to focus fire as he wants him turned to dust in seconds. Razor is more furious right now. Lu made him wait for at least 7 hours, so now his motive is to kill him. One of the members of Razor's guild steps forward. He is fully motivated because he has decided to end his legend. The moment that guy and the others attack him, Lu's defense is so high. He stands there unharmed and unfazed. Razor's eyes widen, wondering what is going on here. This is impossible. Lainu is impressed. She finds the guild leader amazing. Hello also finds brother Anonymous invincible and wonders about his high defense. Razor thinks that the only difference between China and the United States is that they have divine beasts. He wonders about the power of the divine beasts. He realizes that out of China's 8 divine beasts, 5 were taken by only Wild, and 3 were snatched by a mysterious person. So that person must be Anonymous. Lu thanks everyone who came to save him and assures them that he will make them pay back 100-fold. He then challenges Razor, questioning his decision to attack China, assuming it is defenseless. Without wasting another moment, Lu uses a powerful and strong spell, combining wind movement and tiger down mountain while wielding his sword. The impact is so strong, sending all of Razor's team flying through the air. They then fall to the ground. One of the members of the guild says, "I can't see anything." The vice leader responds, "Don't be afraid. If the guild leader dies, you still have me." The vice leader. Lo listens to their words and finds them completely ridiculous. Without hesitation, he continues his attack and kills all the users who come his way, making their health drop. Ling Will and Shan Shan cheer as their anonymous brother fights, impressed by his powerful abilities. They are amazed by his incredible power and skill. Every single attack he delivers is strong, taking down enemies with just one strike. They find 1 slash per person very satisfying, wondering if anyone will ever dare to come to China and cause trouble again. 20 minutes later, Lu informs all the users who are on his side, "I need to leave. Can you help me gather all the drips together?" The users question him, "Are we keeping the equipment?" As the users against them have already destroyed a lot of their equipment, they can't let them off. Lu agrees, saying that they, of course, can't let them off. He is going to use this equipment as bait. Hallyu understands that Brother Anonymous is setting a trap. He assures Lu that their Yuming Valley will help him and that they will never hide anything. A guild master from a guild named Long Tang also chimes in, saying that Long Tang is the same. If anyone hides something, he will kick them out of the guild. Lu thanks them, and in his heart he knows he needs to rush because he has to save Xiao Yi. In another environment, Lu Yi and the other users are injured. She hopes that her brother's friends don't come there, as there are dozens of foreign players, all with expert abilities. Suddenly, all the people there notice someone flying toward them. Lu Yi guesses that this person could be her brother's friend, but at the same time, she finds it impossible. She sees how strong he is. His armor and weapons alone could easily kill anyone. He then hands Lu Yi the weapons, saying that they should compensate for the loss of the shards and everything. Lu Yi tries to regain her composure and asks, "Are you my brother's friend?" He admits to it and says if she wants to thank someone, she should thank her brother. In his thoughts, he guesses that the entrance of the dungeon should be almost done. Lu wastes no time and rushes back to where the dungeon entrance is being prepared. As he arrives, Shan informs him, "We've successfully gathered all the weapons." Lao then asks them to give their fish some more bait. "Go and call those foreign users over," he adds. Langwo is both impressed and shocked when she spots the tiger crysword with Anonymous. People find this bait very expensive, though it is incredibly tempting. Ling Ji orders everyone to notify the foreign servers as they claim to have 100,000 elites ready to slaughter them in the China server. She wonders if they truly have the guts to do so. Ling goes to the live stream and challenges the foreigner. "Come and get your equipment," she says. "We're in zone 122. The three Sings of the guild discuss the situation. Our people have checked," one says. "Those foreigners even left 2 tiger cryswords." Razor also informs the boss. A large number of scattered players have logged into zone 122. It could be risky, but the tiger crysword is crazy. It's too expensive and powerful. Ling notices players from the foreign server starting to arrive one after another. Not only from the foreign servers, but many players from other zones are also coming to watch. It is going to be a perfect battlefield, and it is definitely getting lively. Ling praises anonymity, telling them to keep it up. However, he advises everyone to pick their weapons and log off. Ling, worried, asks him to be careful. Though Lu tells her not to worry, that is when everyone listens to anonymous advice and logs off. Lu stands there with his weapons, calm and composed. He challenges all the foreigners to come and attack. All the foreigners rush toward him, but before they can strike, Lu wastes no time. He uses a powerful and strong spell, combining Tiger Descending a Mountain, Frozen Roar, and Azure Flame True Fire. Everyone is terrified of him, realizing that the divine beast is far stronger than they had thought. So many people, and yet not a single thing or person can deal with him. They wonder how the China server managed to have such a strong and deadly monster. People from other servers are extremely impressed by his power. They feel lucky he is one of them, and not against them.